ugly show.
That worked out great. It was live. It was, that's a 5-minute thing right there, Megan. Well done. Well done. I actually think when you connected, it might have grabbed another mic. It might have taken your webcam mic.
Did it?
Yeah.
Is my webcam mic connected right now?
I don't know. Tap your mic. Let's see what mic we're rocking. Yep, it's using your camera.
Definitely webcam mic.
Nice.
We're gonna need a take.
We're gonna need a take two on that. We'll just redo it here. Yeah.
We'll pretend like we're in the studio here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm pressing a button.
Yeah, hold on.
That was great. Can we get a take 2 on that? It was the wrong mic.
Let me fix it.
All right. You'll have to set it and just refresh. Also, Max, how's it going? Mr. Washed Out himself. What is going on with your camera?
It's going good. How are you? How you feeling?
Did you see that Netflix trailer that has the old-timey audio thing on it? Did you check that out? I think it's called Mank. It's annoying.
No, I don't know.
Yes, that is better, Megan.
I'm back.
Yeah, there you go. Proper mic.
Just ignore everything that just happened.
Yeah, it's fine. She blue screened right before the anyways, it doesn't matter.
I don't know why I'm washed out.
I don't know either.
It doesn't look like that on my end, but for some reason the feed I'm sending you is...
That's the excuse that you always say, though, Max. It doesn't look like that on my end. It doesn't sound like
it
that.
It clearly doesn't. I mean, it's not like I have a regular stream or anything where people can corroborate this, claim.
I don't know. I agree with your hypothesis that it's the extra sunlight in your room that's washing you out a little bit.
Yeah. The other one was I just been in content creation too long, and this is just visually manifesting that.
Maybe
washed out.
Might be true.
Maybe this is what you actually look like, and it's just all a lie.
You guys have like all the colors. It looks Megan's area looks so comfy.
Yeah, Megan has one of the best background.
Got a good vibe to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I try to make it very cozy. If I'm gonna sit in here for long periods of time, I want to feel like I'm in a cabin in the woods, right?
It does look like that. Yeah. Well, right now it doesn't look like I can't really see anything, but
mine looks depressing. It looks like I'm in like a lobby of a doctor's office.
Well, when you first moved in, Max, you tried, and then I felt like you just nothing. Like you added a Walmart fold-out table behind you.
That's where a DJ thing's at. Listen, I've had a broken foot for a while, JP. So that's just still set up.
I haven't talked to you since you broke your foot. I don't even know how you broke your foot. Oh, wow. What'd you do? Was it some other fucking scooter thing?
Nope. I knew we were going to talk about
this.
Did
you jump off the fucking back of your porch? Nope. Okay.
Is this like a common thing, you breaking things from doing dumb things?
Yes.
There's a clip.
Wait, you did this on stream?
It happened on stream. This isn't the moment that it happened. I'll link it. Be careful because DMCA, maybe mute it.
Yeah, I got it.
It's from a DJ stream. I was literally just DJing for the stream, and I was drunk and like really into it. I was barefoot and I was jumping around, like a drop, and then I just fucking landed after like jumping up real high, landed wrong, and I thought it was just like a rolled ankle kind of thing, and turns out I fractured my foot.
How does that even?
By just jumping. So
I don't know. I didn't
Impressive?
prep this scene, so I don't know what this is gonna look like. Hopefully, it looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. Great. Yeah. So this is Max.
Me just jumping up and down, drunk as shit.
Where do you break? Where do you break?
I don't think it's
ankle?
from this clip. This is just an example of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't know when you broke it. You just know that you broke it sometime during the night doing this.
No. I remember when it happened. It wasn't this clip. That was an example of just drunk Max and the type of activities I was doing. Probably shortly after this, I would imagine. But I remember I played it off. I didn't say shit to the stream, and then like later on, I was like, "Hey guys, I really fucked up my foot."
Guys, my foot really hurts. I think I should stop streaming.
Jesus Christ!
Nope. I kept going because alcohol.
Did you go to the doctor the next day, or did you wait a couple?
I waited a week.
God damn it, Max.
But I was staying off of it. Like I knew it was fucked up because I grabbed crutches in my garage and I was like, all right, I gotta order a scooter thingy. So I've been using a knee scooter and a boot. I have a follow-up appointment for my second doctor's appointment.
Nice.
Technically third if you're talking the initial one.
No, don't promote scooters. Scooters are the devil. I have so many friends that have broken different bones that are also streamers that have been on scooters doing it. Shroud broke his shit.
My mom had a scooter because she I don't know. She had to get some surgery in her foot, and that scooter was great.
Oh, you're
Going
talking
through
about the
grocery
leg
stores.
scooter. Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
leg scooter.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
the
talking
knee
about
scooter.
like
Yeah.
a
Yeah, that's what I
motorized
have.
scooter shit that
No.
actually causes the breaking of bones. You're talking
No.
about the
No.
health thing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you so against medical devices, JP?
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah.
Crutches are dying. All right, that's how it was in my family.
That's how it was for my dad and his dad before him.
Use those crutches, or you just hobble around. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's true.
That's how I broke it, by the way. And
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm
swear to
glad that
God.
you didn't do something. I mean, that's not necessarily stupid. I don't know how you broke your fucking foot by jumping. Maybe that just says
Fractured,
more
but,
about the world of streamers than it does you as a person.
makes sense. I mean, we're not small men, you and I. We have some weight to us, so if you're drunk and jumping up and down carefree with no shoes or anything, or like padded anything below you, and you land wrong, all that weight coming down on one point in your foot, I guess it's, it makes sense, but you just don't think about like, I'm going to break my foot today by jumping up and landing wrong.
Yeah. It might also just be
So-
we're getting old, Max.
That's also a part of it too, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're probably getting old. Megan, you break any bones in your life? Are you
I have-
accident prone?
I broke my collarbone once when I
That's-
was sledding.
Me too.
And then I did I didn't want it to be broken, so I tried to prove to my mom that it wasn't broken, and
Smart.
I lifted it up in the air immediately after, and then I like made it so it fractured then when it's in all the little pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really effed it up.
Smart.
And then like halfway through the healing, I fell on it again, and like I was in a sling
my
for a
God.
really long time. Uh-huh.
That sounds
Did you get
terrible.
Mhm.
did you get any like surgery on it, or did it just heal as is?
No, it just healed. I just was in a sling. It seems
Were
like
you
I should
younger?
have had to get. Yeah, I was
Oh,
like
okay. That's probably why.
Okay.
10, maybe 8,
Yeah.
9, 10, something like that. I was pretty young.
That makes
I was
sense.
most definitely not a child. I was a child mentally, I guess, considering
Yeah.
That
I
counts,
broke it.
right?
Something like that.
Doctor, but I don't need surgery. I'm 12 in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, Max, you broke your collarbone like 5 or 6 years ago, right?
Yeah, I was on a boosted board going downhill and went down a road that because I would take like night rides with my boosted board, which is, I'm assuming a lot of us are familiar with, electric skateboard that goes like 24 miles an hour for those that aren't. And then I went down a road at night that I hadn't been down. And I went over a speed bump that I didn't anticipate. And I pulled back too quickly on the brake, which threw me forward like 20 feet into pavement right on my clavicle here. And then it just broke. And then I like fractured some ribs or broke some ribs and punctured my lung a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
Those
We're good.
boards scare me for that reason.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I was going off on the medical boards. I was talking about boosted boards.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're scary.
I mean, I've still ridden it. I haven't had any injuries since then but you learn. You learn.
you
know?
didn't clearly. What are you talking
I did. What are you talking about? This was an old man DJ injury. It had nothing to do with the boosted board. You
But
leave the board
do
out
you-
of
It
this.
was
do you
all
still-
the boosted board's fault.
Yeah. Do you still own the boosted board, Max? Because then,
I have 2 of them.
Buy
I
it-
bought
okay.
another one since then.
well, that one had to get some injuries in. That's part of the boosted board,
I don't blame the board.
Thing.
It's not the board's fault. It was my
It's
fault.
cursed.
I got another
I just-
one that was
I had
faster.
Jesus.
Go ahead, Megan.
Oh God, I had a longboard growing up, and I crashed
Yeah.
with that really bad. So maybe that's where my I don't want to get a boosted board. I don't trust myself. It's just
Yeah,
They're dangerous.
it's like a rocket longboard.
yeah.
I feel more I don't know what's the word, like trepidation, I guess, from the one wheel users, because that shit's weird. Braking on a one wheel is crazy. It's scary.
Is
Like,
that? That's what Co fell on like 2 weeks ago.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what Co.
Is he
fell
all
on.
right?
Oh yeah. He just like scraped up his arm and had like he did something to his wrist. He had a bandage on it, but I think it was just like a scrape.
He didn't have surgery. I don't want to hear about it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. He didn't have surgery.
Yeah, those are weird, man. I mean, once you get it, like I've ridden them enough to be like, okay, I get how you could get better at this and stuff, but it's not like a natural way of braking, because the way that the board is programmed, and you have to like tilt backwards in a way like fast enough where it realizes like we're going to slow down and then stop. But it also, depending on the mode, or at least the one that I was riding, if you screw up, it'll go like, like it's very it's weird. It's weird. It's definitely an adjustment, but those are cool. I still like them. I just think boosted boards are
kill myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to boosted boards.
I wouldn't get on any of that. Do you have one of those motorized bikes?
No,
the electric bikes. Okay.
No,
those
that's just
are
the boosted
cool.
boards.
They are, yeah.
I might use one of those. That's just like it kind of feels lazy though.
Somewhat, I guess. I guess it depends on
Like,
like
I'm
what you're
into
using
it.
it for, right? Like if you're just going up the street, then it makes sense just to have a normal bike. But if you're going across the city, you can have a little motorized bike to help you out. You know.
When was the last time you rode a bike?
Me?
Actually,
Both
I
of you?
ride bikes all the time.
I'm gonna give you a
I
fun
actually
answer.
got a new bike this summer.
Oh, what type of bike do you have?
I think it's a Schwinn. I
Okay.
got it. Bikes were like, it was right at the beginning of quarantine, and bikes are sold out everywhere. It was
Right.
Yeah.
weird. And so I bought a used Schwinn.
Ah,
Nice.
it's a good brand name. Good.
Mhm.
Bikes are also. I didn't realize this, and it's funny that I know this, but bikes are like crazy expensive on the high end. Like they get
Yeah.
stupid expensive.
Yeah. The lighter
Yeah.
they get, the more expensive they are. Typically, it's like you pick up a bike and you're like, it weighs nothing. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, people are like
$4,000.
picking up with one finger, and it's like, yeah, exactly, 10 grand or 30, 20 grand. Yeah, I didn't realize.
I had
they
a
were that expensive.
I had a hippie teacher in high school that used to joke that he pays more for his bikes than his cars, and I thought he was just kidding about it, and I didn't really realize that he was like he was telling the truth. He had a lot of really, really expensive bikes.
Yeah, yeah. So, Max, the last time I rode a bike, you ready for this?
Yeah. Mhm.
Never.
Never?
I don't know how to ride a bike. I never learned how to ride a bike.
How much for
God, listen, when
JP bike
quarantine
learning
clears,
stream?
we got to make ourselves a little content. We got to have a series.
No,
we got to get
no,
you
here's,
Yeah.
the, here's the story
with
behind
training
this.
wheels.
Get him one of the tricycle ones.
Yeah.
I got on a bike once as a kid. I think it actually did have the training wheels on it, or maybe it didn't.
Right.
I forget the exact process. I fell, and I was like, you know what? I don't need to learn how to ride this. I'm good. And then I just never learned how to ride it ever again. I fell once, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need this anymore. So I never learned how to ride.
I still advocate towards when it becomes something we can do, teaching you how to ride a bike again. You're an adult.
Yeah.
You got this.
I don't know. What's the need? There's no need.
Content.
Cat literally just lit up at the idea of potentially you learning how to ride a bike. You'd get it within a day. You'd get it 100%.
Yeah, but sorry, Aaron's asking me what I would like to eat. I maybe. I don't know. Maybe. That's a big maybe.
Just keep it in the back
So
of mind.
yes, you're going to learn how to ride a bike.
I regret inviting Megan and Max and doing the show again. I'm already 18 minutes in. It's a bad one. We're just gonna have to. This VOD's being deleted along with every other VOD today. They're all gone. We're deleting them all, including this one forever.
Was that smoothie you just drank prepared with a magic bullet? It looked like the magic bullet.
It was.
Little thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Just wanted to make sure I was right. It's a
Oh.
cycle.
You were right.
Yeah. You ever had one of those,
It was-
JP?
A smoothie?
No, the magic bullet.
No. I know exactly what we've talked about him. We talked with Infomercial with Gary Whitta, remember? Of course I know what the magic bullet is, Max.
What were you going to say, Megan? I cut you off a little bit.
I was just going to say you should have a magic bullet, but also, do you have a smoothie? Because that'd be funny if you did.
I don't have a smoothie right now. Could get one, but, DoorDash failed me.
I have a Lunchable.
So. A Lunchable?
What kind?
Yeah. It's the pizza kind because I haven't had one in forever.
Yes.
This one. See?
Pizza kind.
Look at that washed out pizza. It looks super unappetizing.
Well, let's be honest. Lunchables don't look appetizing, and maybe aren't appetizing as well. Maybe they don't go into.
Well, the story is I had breakfast way earlier, and I was like, I could go for something, and I'm at the gas station. I grabbed a Red Bull, and I recently had a Lunchable when I was really
drunk,
hungover.
Okay,
yeah, when I was very hungover. This is like a week ago, so don't judge me too harshly. And I just got a Lunchable to like test the waters. So I had like just your basic ham and cheese or whatever. And I talked about it. I was watching somebody. I don't know.
Yeah,
kind.
those are pretty
It's simple
bad.
though. It's basic.
Well,
It's basic.
but
It's
That's
ham, cheese,
never,
and a
even
cracker.
as a kid, that's like you
trade that
hate it.
shit
If
away.
that's the one you have to get.
But if you're testing your stomach because you're worried you're going to throw up, you're not like, let's get some Indian curry and I'm not getting
They don't
anything
have
crazy.
Wait, what kind of Lunchables do you have?
Yeah,
you
that's
have
incredible.
No, not a
Indian
Lunchable.
curry
Okay.
Lunchable.
They're making me look like an asshole right now.
Yeah, Megan, you're back on. This is great. Welcome back to the show.
Anyways, the thinking was, since I had the basic one, people were asking like, when's the last time you had a pepperoni one? Like a pizza one. I'm like, it's been a while, and they have them at the gas station, so I have them. It's all right. It's okay. It's a Lunchable.
Lunchables are just bad. The only good part of the Lunchable is the cookie, which is usually an Oreo, right? Like, doesn't Oreo still have the brand deal with Lunchable? I think
I used to
I
get
got the
Crunch
one
bars.
that's
Crunch
got the one that's
bars.
basic.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It doesn't even have
I
the
a little
dessert.
Crunch bar. What?
You got a Lunchable without the dessert?
They started not giving desserts in Lunchable.
The
Yeah,
fuck
they have, like,
is
the-
wrong?
They have like the regular box one, which comes with like a Capri Sun and like, Reese's cup or whatever. I'm not huge into desserts. I'm not huge into sweets.
Wow.
The Capri Sun though, I'm all about.
Dude, Capri we Aaron's kid still gets Capri Suns, and let's just say that she drinks a little bit too much for a 11-year-old, if you get what I'm saying, because they just disappear. We have to restock them. Not that I drink them or
Right.
anything, but yeah.
Yes.
It's not you. She just drinks too many of them.
She just drinks too much. Yeah, she's got a
And it's
problem.
like, stop drinking so many. What is wrong with you? Like, yeah. The hell's wrong with you? It's like,
That's-
you're like pushing away the Capri Sun.
That's how it goes. Then I get the eye roll from Aaron. That's 100% how it goes, without a doubt.
Mhm.
She gets she gets lemon cooler. I've been trying to talk her into, in my mind, there's only one Capri Sun flavor, and I'm blanking on the name, but it's like tropical something or other. Tropical.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tropical.
that's
good
the
one.
like standard Capri Sun flavor.
Is it tropical breeze? No, that's not a flavor. That's a scent.
that's like
I
a
think that's
Febreze
what it's
scent.
called or something.
Is
It's
it called
something like
tropical
that.
breeze?
It's like maybe it's tropical punch, but it might be tropical breeze or something like that.
Yeah.
Tropical punch.
Tropical
It might
punch
be.
is good. There used to be a canned tropical punch drink that I forget the name of. It had like some crazy, like Nickelodeon-esque name to it. And I used to hate the fucking flavors of that, but my brother loved it, so we always had it. Chat, what was that
Did you?
thing called? Hawaiian Punch. That's it. Those are disgusting.
Oh.
You ever had a Hawaiian
Oh.
Punch?
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever had those. I'm thinking of the high C's that were in the square, like
Box. Yeah. The
Candy?
square.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh,
the
oh.
square one.
Oh, okay.
I
The
see.
juice
Caesar
box, like,
are-
yeah.
Yeah, those are great. But Hawaiian punch, I don't think I ever drank those.
They're
I
all
always
right.
saw
Yeah.
them.
They
They're not great.
have a distinct flavor to them that I didn't really find appetizing.
I feel like I liked Capri Sun better, or like the
Capri Sun's great.
like the Kool-Aid jammers. Those ones were.
Kool-Aid
Mm.
Jammers. Yeah.
Probably drink too many of
Anytime
those.
Kool-Aid was made, it's got to be
Mhm.
good. Especially if it's like ice cold Kool-Aid, nothing's better. It's always the best.
I haven't
Always
had
good.
Kool-Aid in forever.
Should have gotten some Kool-Aid instead of that Lunchable, Max. Would have been better.
Well, I got Red Bull.
Do you get a
Like
sugar-free Red Bull?
Yeah. No, I don't do that. I'm just give me the
It's
sugar.
like-
If we're there already, I know it's less calories and all that stuff,
I just like the
but
taste.
I'd rather take I'll take the sugar hit for diabetes than potentially getting like those artificial sugars and then getting like cancer or something. I don't want that.
That's not how that works.
Between cancer and diabetes, give me the diabetes.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's how it works. Regular sugar isn't known to. Don't fact check. cause,
Literally
cause,
everything
cancer.
can give you cancer.
I know it's just how I rationalize it in my head. I don't like the way it tastes, and then it's just weird. I'll drink it in a pinch, but
Yeah.
Wait, you don't like real sugar?
no. I don't like the fake sugar stuff.
I understand.
artificial
fake
sugar.
sugar is gross. I can't drink anything with fake sugar in it.
Really?
Thank you. See,
Yeah.
look, she's back in. You're back off the show.
Yeah.
You agree
No,
with me?
yeah, I
You're off
hate-
the show. You agree with him? You're on the show.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
I'm not playing sides. I am.
You always are playing
But we
sides,
are
Megan.
me and him. It's a grapple for power always.
Exactly. That's how it goes. Sugar cane Coke is the best. Yes, that is true. If you get like a Mexican Coke, it's great stuff.
It's amazing. So good.
Yeah, but you
And
can't.
it's terrible
Real
for you
sugar.
Also,
It is real
Mhm.
sugar. Yeah. What Diet Coke
And-
has fake sugar in it, right?
Weird thing.
Yeah, that's why
I'll
it's
fuck with Diet Coke.
gross.
Don't know why.
Dude, I prefer Diet Coke
lately.
over any other type of Coke.
I'm against both of you. You're wrong.
You don't like Diet
Coke
Coke?
is disgusting.
Back
I
out.
can't drink a normal Coke. If I drink a normal Coke, it's like actually too syrupy
What?
and too sugary for me.
That's the only good thing from McDonald's. Okay, not the only good thing. Their fries are great too, but a McDonald's Coke is like, I don't know what it is, but it's 10 out of 10
syrup.
beverage.
It's probably
Yeah.
the syrup, yeah.
Syrup in the blend, yeah, that they have there.
Yeah.
They're like, what if we just up that syrup a little bit so it's like, you know,
Super
crack.
diabetes. Yeah. Well, there's also something, as someone
Why don't
who
we just-
is someone in the COVID times has eaten a lot of McDonald's. There's something that I think is like industry-wide, American-wide about the ice to soda ratio that McDonald's does. Because
You know,
by the time you get to the bottom, at least me, of any soda from McDonald's, there's no ice. But it's still
Wow.
cold. And I don't understand how that's possible. I don't know if that's
You
just
see-
the one that I get it from is always
Jake,
100%
maybe
right. but-
when ice melts, it doesn't get rid of the coldness of the drink. So if there's no ice, it's still going to be cold.
Well, I'm saying they put enough in it.
I know
to
what
keep
you're
it
saying. I
cold.
just wanted to make you look
Yeah.
like an asshole.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. You always get no ice. No, you gotta have a little bit of ice. I will say this: Raisin Canes. Have you guys ever had Raisin Canes sodas
have.
before? Raisin Canes in
have.
general is great, but they use like
Cane's.
cubed ice, I think, and for some reason, cubed ice makes the drink better. I don't know why.
Wow.
Mhm. I
I've
had
never
that.
heard of this. This is Raisin
When I worked as a barista, we had like the little nugget cube ice, and
Yeah.
it
It's the best.
was the best. Yeah, it's the best ice.
I don't know why. It just is. Also, Max, you live in Austin. Go to Raisin Canes. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
They're here? I don't know.
Yeah, they're all over Texas. Well, not all over Texas. They
I've
should
never
be
seen
near
them.
Austin, though. We have them in San Antonio.
Apparently they do chicken fingers.
That's all they do.
That's what
They're a chicken strip thing.
found in Baton Rouge.
They have the
Louisiana.
cane sauce, which is why everything's so good. It's essentially, isn't it like mayonnaise and ketchup? I think that's
Makes
what
sense.
it is. Yeah,
Something like probably.
it's great.
I don't know. I feel like I like to buy into all of the different like secret sauces and just be like, it is a secret
It's
sauce.
secret, yeah,
I'm
it's
never
Yeah,
gonna.
it just I can't even diagnose what's in there if I wanted to. It just takes away the magic because then you end up finding out it's like, yeah, it's mayonnaise and ketchup with like a little bit of mustard.
It's
like,
mayonnaise and ketchup, and I
oh.
think a lot of pepper is what the base is. You should go to Raisin Canes, though, Max.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's
Let me
really
see.
good. Get a Caniac
I-
combo with a sweet iced tea.
Caniac combo.
Caniac combo
Wow.
is 7 tenders, I think.
I don't like sweet iced tea. I don't like sweet
What
tea.
the fuck is wrong with you?
Sugar.
Why do you?
You said
just
you just
sugar,
like
man.
sugar.
It's not like
you
a
said
health
you
thing. I
just
just don't
like
like
real
sugar.
sugar.
You don't like
I
sugar
do
at
like
all?
real sugar. Okay. All right, everyone, let's just settle down here. It's not going to turn into a debate, okay? I like real sugar, but just in smaller doses and stuff. Like in terms of sweet tea, like that's just like tea with like a crap ton of sugar in it, and it just makes I have sensitive gums. Leave me alone. What do you want from me?
Like enough real sugar that's in a Red Bull.
Yeah.
No,
I bet you that Red
Listen.
Bull's got more sugar than a sweet iced tea.
This is my friend. Okay, you guys aren't my friends.
Now, is that a big Red Bull or are your
I don't
hands
use
tiny?
I knew this was going to come up too. I
Is your
fucking knew
are
it.
your
Weird-
hands tiny or is that a big Red Bull?
No, wait, hold on. This is a regular Red Bull. This is shit. It's everywhere.
It is. Yeah, it's
It's
kind of all
got
over the
the-
place.
Right there. There it is. Okay, cool. Hi. I usually have the 12 ounce. Today I decided to be more energetic for your show.
Nice.
I got more.
Are you usually asleep by now? I think you are, right? Like you go to sleep in the
This is the
afternoon.
first time I've been up this early in quite a while. But that's not because of your show. It's because I had a doctor's appointment and also your show, and I'm professional.
Oh, okay.
I've never been known to be late. What's wrong with you?
I was really hoping you were going to lean into how unimportant JP's show was for you.
Well,
He's not there yet. He's not there yet.
I'm here.
Couple
Okay,
more
let's just
jokes
say
about
I'm here.
him falling or something like that, then we'll be there. Yeah.
I'm here. What does that say about my career? You know what I mean? That's what I'm
It says you had to wake up early for a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I thought you had a doctor's appointment. You have another doctor's appointment later this week?
Back to back, banging them
Man.
out. Woo!
That's rough.
One's
Right.
for the foot, though.
Done.
That's the one for tomorrow. That's the follow up for this. So it's like, does it count as a real doctor's appointment? Is he really a doctor?
Yeah,
I would hope so.
me too.
Just saying. I feel like other doctors look down on, podiatrists
doctors?
or orthopedists. Is that the right one?
What?
Mainly because
doc-
they're examining a foot. That's why they're looking down on them. But they also probably are not regarded very well, I would think, in the medical field as far as like a surgeon or something like that.
I think the only like doctors that look down on other doctors are brain surgeons and maybe heart surgeons.
Yeah, so I'm saying
'cause they're probably psychopaths.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably super egocentric.
I'd imagine
Egotistical,
there's
rather.
how many. Let's think about it. How many like heart surgeons or like brain surgeons, those that have like intimate knowledge of how you work and could just like now you can't walk or something like that. How many of them do you think are like murderers or serial killers secretly? They got like a Dexter
I-
storage unit.
I had a guy on
She's got a
one
story
of my
about this.
podcasts. I had a guy that was on one of my podcasts that was he was a psychopath doctor and himself was a psychopath. It was super fucking interesting. His name is James H. Fallon, and his research is about how there is like this. His research is how psychopaths can actually be super beneficial to society for like reasons of a doctor. Like you want to have somebody that doesn't have any sort of emotional empathy cutting into your brain because they, if they do, they're going to freak out at the fact that, oh yeah, if I fuck up right now, I'm going to kill you.
Right.
Or like a Green Beret was another example he had. Like you want somebody that's allowed or that's able to like be by themselves in the middle of nowhere getting ready to assassinate somebody, not somebody that's going to be like super high in emotional empathy and they're going to freak out because they're by themselves in the middle of nowhere.
That makes
Mhm.
sense. I'm standing by that logic.
I was into it. I was like pro psychopath then. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm
we need
down.
more
Just
psychopaths.
don't murder me. Yeah.
Yeah. We need some more. Guess that makes sense. As
Bring
long
them
as exactly, as long as they don't murder you, without a doubt.
Productive psychopaths, you know?
Yeah. That'd be good.
They're like, what'd you do, Jimmy, on the weekend? What's the rule? Don't ask me about my free time. Now let's go operate. Like,
It's true. Was there a lot of mask wearing, Max, this morning was there a lot of people
Yeah.
at the doctor?
not that many people there.
Okay.
This is like a smaller primary care thing that's like, yeah, they're not super. I was worried there was going to be a lot of people because I had the
Right.
appointment coming up and then I was driving like just whatever to the grocery store or something. And I heard on the radio, like, the name of my place that I'm going to, like the brand, because they're like a chain.
Yeah.
Like, come on in. We'll serve anyone because it's for men typically. It's like men's primary care or whatever. And they're like, during these times, come in for a COVID test. I'm like, don't. What the no. Like,
Yeah. That's rough.
not at my doctor. Like, I understand that they're, I respect their hustle of trying to get people in, but also I was worried it was just going to be like, well, I heard it on the radio, so here I am.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
You walk
it
in
was
with a
okay.
line of COVID patients.
Everyone's just masking up,
yeah.
coughing a bunch.
That's like open the door, walk right back out.
Yeah. Do you got what type of mask are you rocking, Max? Do you have a custom mask? Or are you just rocking like a
I have
N95?
several.
Okay.
No, I have one that was made from my sister-in-law's mom, and that's like a Harry Potter one.
Oh.
Like, it's pretty neat. It's got all like the houses on it. Then I have another one that like goes, like hooks over your ears like they all do.
Yes, go
Sorry.
on.
It's such a stupid thing to say. Anyway,
Mine clips onto my beard, funny enough. We don't use the
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's an invention.
Yeah.
I've got the Neo ones where it's a part of my glasses, and I go like that, and they just clip in.
Might be
No,
cool.
what I meant to say is it slips on over the top because it kind of comes down,
Yeah.
all over, and then it's also like in the back, whatever.
Okay.
It's like a full on thing.
Yeah.
And then I have another one that I have like 5 or 6 of them or something like that.
Okay. Oh, you got a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
Wow.
Yeah. Megan, what about you? You've got some custom mask?
I have one that I bought for PAX East at the beginning of the year. I bought like an N95 one that had the changeable filters, and I've just been using that since.
Yeah.
It was
I have one mask that rarely gets worn because apart from I was talking to my chat about this. Apart from taking the dog and picking up the dog once each a week, I don't leave the house. Like Aaron is our designated store shopping person of the house. So like I don't leave the house apart from taking the dog. So I think the last time I was inside of a store might have been I had to go to a legal office, a lawyer's office, and that was like 2 months ago or something like that. So
Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah,
I would ask you how has that affected you, but I know that you kind of stay home regardless. Like
It's
a lot
fine.
of us, so
Yeah,
I
it
don't-
doesn't bother me. I've been like this
Yeah.
for 10 years now, so it's the idea of staying at home doesn't bother me.
I was
Like it doesn't.
I was telling my doctor that earlier because he was, naturally it's always like, what do you do? Whatever.
Right.
And I talked about, what I do and stuff. I was like, yeah, everybody's kind of freaking out. And, I am a little bit in terms of like, it kind of sucks sometimes, it wears down. Like I already liked going to the grocery store here and there. I really love going to the grocery store now, especially since it's Texas. So, the HEBs and stuff. There's like a
HEB is
big new one.
fantastic. Yeah.
There's like a new one that's like huge.
Oh, did you get a central market or is it just a big one? A superstore?
Superstore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like new and, they're on the money there. So I feel pretty safe going in there. And especially too with the broken foot, I just hop on the little cart and I'm like, stay away from me. I might run you over. You know what I mean? So people give me like a wide berth.
That's got to be a sight to see. You just kind of like scooting around from aisle to aisle.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like some people are also looking at me like, is he faking? And then I like point to the boot. Like, I got the boot.
Yeah. But you could also just
You
put
could
on a boot.
still be faking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still could be. That's true.
Yeah.
Any old person.
You're
What was I
doing it
talking about?
all
What
for
the hell were we talking about?
You're talking about going to
I don't
HEB and
remember.
how it feels nice during the COVID time.
Oh, yeah. And I was telling him, it's nice having a job like this because everybody else is, really, really trying to adjust to being home all the time. And we're like, it's pretty much the same for us.
Yeah.
For the most part, other than like not being able to see friends and family as much and things like that. There's obviously still things that weigh on you.
Yeah, for sure. Like I haven't seen my family in a year, so that sucks. That's not
Yeah.
a fun thing. And I probably won't. We were talking about going home for Christmas, like with everyone. The national message now is that the cases are on the rise again, and that as it gets colder, people are gonna stay inside. And it's just gonna get worse. So probably not gonna go home for Christmas this year to see the family because I'm gonna be the asshole that like drives across America and then just like, Merry Christmas. Here's COVID. Right? And then you just leave. So probably not going to go home.
Do you imagine how bad you'd feel? Like,
Oh yeah, it'd be awful.
like leaving. Yeah, everyone got sick. Thanks, JP.
Yeah. It'd be absolutely terrible. I don't
Could've
want to
been
be that
anybody.
like that news story where it's like, oh yeah, you had a wedding and everyone plus the groom died. So right, like there's terrible stories out there with that. So yeah, probably won't go home for Christmas, and we don't do anything for Thanksgiving as well. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of had the mindset right at the beginning of the year that 2020 was just going to be spent inside. Like,
Yeah,
I was like, you know what?
agreed. Are you
Yeah.
you thought about that at in January, just cause?
Yeah, I think I realized once that like nothing was really happening with like nothing was under control with COVID in any manner. And once that happened, I was like, you know what? There is no chance that at this point there's going to be any handle on this until there's a vaccine. So I'm just going to accept my fate.
Yeah,
I was the same way. I did not have optimism at all because like that, like you're saying, like you just see all the things that should be happening not happen. You're like, yeah, it's not. And everyone's like, well, maybe in a couple months. I'm like, no,
no, we're too far gone in a couple months.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
Yeah. We're all kind of just, I think, waiting for the vaccine now. But even with the vaccine rolling out,
it will take a while.
It'll take a while. Yeah, it'll take 6 months because people that need it first are gonna get it first, right? So for us, we'll be on the tail end of it, I would think.
That's going to be the most interesting thing is just seeing the transition of like how we go back to whatever normal is. I'm excited about people hopefully wearing masks normally when they're sick. They probably won't because let's be honest, every indication shows that most people just want to go back to the way things were. But
some people might.
There's no going back.
I think once the vaccine is like announced, though, there's going to be a huge influx in people just being like, okay, sick, I don't have to worry about anything anymore. Like,
I also worry about the people that aren't going to take it for whether it's for political reasons or their own moral reasons or whatever. Like people aren't going to take the fucking vaccine.
Vaccines, right?
Yeah, they're not going to fucking take it. So I think that's going to be the next wave of stupidity that we're up against. Is like people that don't want to take the vaccine. Next year, probably.
If anything, this year has been an even bigger eye opener to me of just how stupid we are as a country.
Sure. Yeah.
In general, like there's just a lot of stupid out there. I knew there was stupid, but now it's just like a whole other like, all right, standards have been lowered in my mind. Just be ready for it. To me, like I'm like, just be ready. At any moment, you could encounter some real stupid that you didn't think was there.
Sure.
So I think it's healthy in that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It was like it was like I still had some hope in humanity in 2019, and then it was this year. It's just like, nope, that's all gone. It's all no. It's just like it realized it was the. I mean, the good thing is it seemed like a lot of bad people were like a lot of the bad things that happened this year are like kind of good things, like overly positive things. Like they kind of flushed out a lot of bad people and a lot of bad things, and like. It's like anti-vaxxers, like that's gonna suck, but then you're gonna get COVID and you're gonna realize that you should probably get the vaccine, you know? Like
Potentially, yeah.
Like
or they'll beat it and think that they're like superhumans and carry on and then get it a second time, right? So
and I mean, at least then they're not gonna get me sick. Maybe there's a vaccine at that point, right?
Yeah. I don't know how. I guess we'll have to see how it works. Most of the vaccines that I've seen are like a two. Like you get the vaccine and then like 2 weeks later you get a booster for the vaccine because essentially they're introducing like COVID into your system, but it's like a small dose of it to create antibodies, I think is how it works. And then you get the booster afterwards, which like boost that into your immune system or some shit. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to be like a cure-all type situation for COVID, but Max, what do you? I see the smile on your face. You're reading a check.
Smiling because people in my chat are just like, you know how vaccines work. They give you a little of the virus so your body can attack it. So everyone is going to get COVID. I'm like, I know how they work. It's a magical drug, and it just does. You know what I mean? I was laughing at myself, JP. Is what I was doing.
Okay. All right. There you go. That's what counts. That's what matters. Yeah. Megan, for you, is the idea of not going out and like performing at venues, is that something you reminisce fondly of, or is it just like, great, I don't have to go out to venues anymore because everyone stays home?
I was fine until the like year anniversary of TwitchCon came around, and then I got all the pictures of the last show I played at last year's TwitchCon, and I was like, oh dang, that would be happening right now. And this would have been a really cool one. So I didn't really miss it until then, because it is, I mean, Twitch music is like a I don't know, it's like enough of a supplement for now. I think if I had to completely adjust to only playing online concerts, it would suck. But right now it's kind of like, you know what? I'm going to deal with it.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Were you doing a lot of like touring in that during the before times?
I was. My kind of plan was that we were going to me and a couple other musician friends, we're going to have kind of tour along with a lot of the gaming conventions and just have a show the same week of the gaming conventions, because it was all of our viewers were there anyways for the conventions.
Sure.
So it was
smart.
Yeah, it made it really easy. So we were gonna do that, and then after PAX, everything was canceled. It was like we played our show at PAX and it went really well, and then me, and then it was Raquel, who is another musician friend of mine. We were at like the airport and we got our emails from like Twitch people and all of our other venues that were like, yeah, everything's canceled for the next foreseeable future.
Right. For the next 2 months, when everyone thought, oh yeah, this will just be a month thing and then we'll get over it. We'll be fine.
That domino effect that was happening where it was like one canceled, another canceled, another canceled, another canceled.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. But I guess you could still stream, right? Like you still put on a show every time you stream in that sense. which is nice.
It was that was kind of the silver lining of quarantine, was that it made like Twitch music. It had like a huge influx, and there was a big chunk of musicians that were live musicians that were relying completely off of it, that were now trying to learn how to stream music.
Right.
And I was already there, so I was like, sick, I'm 3 years ahead of the pack. Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's nice.
That's across like I think multiple, like all industries. Everybody just trying to figure out how to do streaming or just operate on the internet. And all of a sudden, you know, all the people that have been working on the internet are like, ha ha.
Yeah.
Suddenly this time wasting thing is necessary.
The scary part of that, though, not to diminish too much of streaming, but like the scary part of that is that it's not hard. So those people could like do it pretty quick and like were able to catch on recently quick. But yeah,
JP, shut up.
I know. You can't talk about that. That's part of the.
Our job is.
Hey, music streaming is really complicated. That's a whole other level.
I guess that is true.
Audio.
Yeah, that is true.
So
how many different things
take
do
it
you
back.
have? I do take it back. How many different things do you have plugged in?
I have. Oh God. I have.
Do you have like a desk cam? Do you have a second cam?
I have this.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Oh,
this is one interface is here.
Okay.
That's like my main audio interface.
All right.
This is my mixer. And then I have that's all connected to my laptop is the mixer. And then you can't see it, but on the other side I have another little mixer that I have to route audio in and out of a lot of different things to make
sure
work.
Probably.
So it's like when audio goes wrong, it's like, okay, let's figure out which interface is stop working.
Yeah. Is that system always been that complex, or have you added to it over time?
This is the one that works the best, because like the biggest thing with music streaming is people want to use their DAW, or their digital audio workstation, that has all of their plugins and their like audio recording and mixing stuff, connected to it.
Right.
And so you can internally route that through OBS, but it's like a lot of those programs just don't work, and it's just a lot of hassle to make them work properly. So I finally settled on like a multiple PC and like multiple interface thing that's just more hardware based.
Sure.
So then I can just replace $100 interface instead of spending weeks trying to figure out why Soundflower doesn't work for some reason.
Right. Yeah. Hardware is, in my experience, always better to have than it is software. So there's too many things in software that are not in your face enough to be apparent that there's an issue, I guess is how I would describe it. But yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. What so is then behind your desk, is it just a mess of wires? Are you do you do your best to coordinate that, or is it just a mess?
I have to coordinate it, because if you have audio wires and power wires,
you get a little hum.
You start to get a hum. So I have my desk is the top to a dining room table, and it is bolted to like a corner in my studio.
Okay.
And I did a stupid thing, and I didn't leave space behind the desk to like run cables.
Sure. You put some holes in the desk?
Put some holes in there, yeah? Or
well, the desk is like
solid,
this thick
of
solid wood. So I tried to put holes in the desk. Didn't work too well, so I put a hole in the wall. So I have one hole in the wall that I can put cables back and forth through.
Sure.
But otherwise, I try to separate my power cables. My power cables are on the top of my desk, and my audio cables are affixed to the bottom of my desk.
Gotcha.
Yeah, keep them separate, so you don't get that home.
Yeah. So I've tried to minimize the wire issue. I have them all covered.
Okay. Are you running like a power cleaner before all of that, or no?
Yeah, I have just a live wire one.
Gotcha.
A power conditioner that I didn't have before. I got that this year, actually.
They help for sure.
They definitely do.
Yeah. Depending on how early you can get in the chain, they'll help immensely. We just have, I think I have like 2 or 3 power cleaners on the system here, but yeah.
Yeah. inevitably I'll have just like a rack of just all power conditioner.
Yeah. I made the mistake of using like heavy duty Velcro on everything under my desk. So it's all Velcroed.
Yeah.
But the issue with Velcro is that like no matter what type of Velcro you buy over time, if there's enough weight on it, it's going to sag, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
it hasn't happened yet, but I've got the main block, the main power thing here on the back of the desk underneath. I'm just waiting for it to fall. At any moment, it's just going to fall. So
Yeah.
whatever it does, it's going to be a catastrophe, but we're not there
Yeah.
yet. So I'll just give it a little bit of a lift every once in a while. And
Just replace the Velcro. That's the best part, right?
yeah. Well, potentially it's going to be kind of a mess to get off the actual desk, but I think when it does fall, I'll probably just go get like a bunch of screws and just like hardwire all that shit in so I don't have to deal with it, but we'll see.
Why do that when you can use more Velcro?
Yeah. I thought Velcro was going to be like an elegant solution and then it just didn't work that well, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Max, what about you? You got a DJ station that's new in your setup.
Mm-hmm.
What else have you added to it? Anything fun?
I added this empty butterbeer
Nice.
bottle that's right
Nice.
there.
Nice.
I just find that it helps resonate. It's just garbage. That's all it is. I got that actually from Shannon. She sent that over. But as far as the setup here, it's all ghetto here, but it works. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's all super
I
ghetto.
wouldn't say ghetto. I just, you're a man of necessity, not of elegance, right?
I am using good quality equipment.
Yeah.
But the way I'm using it is a little Frankenstein-y. That's
Okay.
the way I would put it. Yeah.
Isn't that streaming in a nutshell, though?
Yeah.
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 I
I have
mean,
very
I
high
just told
standards
you
when
I
it
have,
comes to
like-
audio, but
Yeah.
I have like 4 interfaces daisy chained together right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like-
That's completely ridiculous.
I'm doing
Yeah.
that, but it just doesn't look as cozy and nice. Like, I usually just set this up.
I understand.
The idea is to set this up like in another room where that'll just be like when I do a DJ stream, it's just set up. You know what I mean? But I haven't gotten there yet, just because I have to make space for that and
makes
clean up
sense.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which I have been doing. Well, I was doing before I broke my foot. So now it's just kind of there because it's a pain in the ass to like move all this shit around.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you get that table
Howard?
from Walmart, by the way?
Costco, I want to say, like
Okay.
a lot of years ago.
Those used to be the tables, like specifically the Walmart brand, but they're all essentially the same. That was my go-to desk. I would have like 2 or 3 of those, and I would just go from like, if
These
I
are
went to
great.
a LAN party or something like that, I just pack up the desk. As
I would
well.
highly recommend somebody have. I have a large one, and then which is this one, and then I have another one that's smaller. And they're great to bust out for a bunch of different reasons, either for people coming over, right?
Yeah, they're good. They're
I haven't
good.
used them for that reason for a while, but or just for a makeshift desk setup for somebody that's coming visiting, because a lot of friends are streamers and whatever.
Yeah.
I use them for a lot of different stuff.
They're good stuff. The best ones, the ones that are premium, are the ones that have this the like metal bar that locks the thing in place on the leg. So if you put a shit ton of monitors on it, it doesn't fall. I don't know if yours has
Wow.
that, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Sounds like you guys need to start a table company and call it like gamer tables. Just be like,
But then everybody's just
Yeah.
gonna look at them and be like, "It's
Portable
just a
desk.
Costco table. What is this?"
Yeah, it's
shit?"
just a
Yeah,
Costco
exactly.
table. We'll just put some
Yeah.
racing stripes on it.
yeah,
yeah,
there you
just
go.
Yeah.
Make it
Paint
look
it
a little
cool
cooler.
color.
Just sell a
Make
bunch.
sure it has the correct metal bar so it doesn't fall under weight.
Yeah. Say
Mhm.
it's like a
Add some
titanium
RGB
bar.
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, RGB. I see that in chat.
Yeah.
Right.
Some RGB. There we go.
You might be onto something. They're doing that. I mean, they've done that with chairs, right? They've
They
sold
have.
people crap chairs for a long while,
Yeah.
saying they're gamer chairs.
It's true.
Hey, and you love those tables, so it seems like this is a good idea because it's not
It's
a crap
true.
product.
Might go into business in the table world. I'd have to
You
start
can have
using them
the
again
idea.
though. I'm on a since I moved up here, I bought a stupidly, I wouldn't say overpriced desk, but it is a nice desk. It's like one of those uplift desks, but it's a custom
Yeah.
one. So it,
Mhm.
it's got the lower and raise on it, but it's also just fucking
Custom.
massive. It's 96 by 72 L shape.
Was it like they already had like a custom thing in there, or did you talk to them and be like, "Here's what I need"?
It was, here's what I need. And they said, all right, that'll be X
Oh,
amount of
very
dollars. And I was
fancy.
like, all right. Then they built it
I
and
s-
sent it.
I still have an old IKEA desk from forever ago that you can't get anymore because they don't sell it.
The Gallant?
And it's really,
Yeah,
I think
Gallant's
it's the
great.
Gallant,
That's what we've got over
Gallant's
there on the TriCaster in
fantastic.
the studio. It's fantastic.
I think they still sell a Gallant, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. The Gallant desk.
This one is way bigger.
Yeah.
There's an extension over here, and it's just the perfect shape for what I need. Everybody always asks me what it is and how can you get it. I'm like, you can get it.
You can't. When those went offline, when they stopped selling them, not offline, sorry. When they stopped selling them at IKEA, those had like a giant uptick on eBay because people wanted them, but they didn't make them anymore. So if you had like a decently conditioned one, you could sell them for a pretty big cost, a pretty big upsell.
I have had this desk for almost 10 years now, like almost.
Yeah.
Maybe like 8 years, 7 or 8 years. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, like, all I'd have to do is just like scrub it down a little bit and, to make it look real nice, but I'm not giving it to anybody because it fits my needs.
For me, the issue was on that desk, the like edge is definitely glued on, and that glue sometimes would like fall off, so it would start to peel around the edges. I don't know if that's happening to you.
I don't have the. Oh, you mean the edge, like the very like on the curvature of everything, like on the very edge of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's got a little wear, but it's
don't
not
pull
to
it
the point where it's like falling off. No, I don't mess with it at all.
Yeah.
No,
it's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were doing with your edge there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Edging.
I guess. It's probably just like pulling stuff off of it constantly on the edge or sitting things on the edge. I don't know. I don't know what caused that.
I don't mess with my edge. It's good.
Yeah, that's good.
This is interesting conversation, by the way.
That's what the show
really
is.
Like,
that's how it is. We just talk about whatever.
I find it interesting, but it's always in the back of my head is like, who cares about that?
If they're not interested, they'll tune off. That's how it.
I like to think it's delightfully boring for some people. Where it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mundane conversations. That's the best thing.
Mm-hmm. That's all the show ever has been. The pre-shows, even before it was a real show, it was just like, hey, what are you doing?
It's true.
And then I pretend like I have anything interesting to say.
Yeah,
I don't.
We were talking about this the other day on the channel, Max. In terms of branding, I fucked up, and I could have said everything around what the different shows that I do could have been named "We Blank Things." So like we talk about things, we discuss things, we cook things, we watch things, which is actually a show. We do now.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing until recently.
Yeah. We renamed it because it was Primetime and everyone had the name Primetime.
Gotcha, yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, that's too good of a name not to copy.
Yeah.
But yeah. I should have just named everything "We Blank Things." It would have been the best.
That'd be good.
Too late to rebrand?
Not necessarily too late. Might be a little bit expensive.
Hey, it's 2020. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, we're deleting all the VODs, so fuck it. Who cares at this point? So
yeah, have you guys deleted all your VODs? Is that what you're doing? What's your?
They're back. They're currently being backed up right now. All 10 years.
I have to do that. I guess it's at that point now where
you better get started soon, because backing up 10 years of VODs at the rate that Twitch lets you download things is not very fast.
Yeah.
I didn't get one of the emails, and then I messaged my partner manager and I was like, does that mean I'm good for right now? And he was like, yeah, just go check and make sure that like if a label looked at your channel, there isn't anything like super obviously DMCA strikeable.
Yeah.
I feel like I pretty early on was like, because I remember getting a DMCA strike on Twitter and being like, oh, okay,
bad about that, yeah.
This is gonna happen on Twitch. And as soon as that happened, I started playing like only my friends' music.
Yeah.
I figured then if I got a DMCA strike, I could just message them. Be like, hey,
it was
not.
Yeah. It was funny going back to I have someone helping me with it from like a dev perspective, but they're like, so I pulled up your first stream. I go, yeah, what happened there? The first 10 seconds was you playing Sting. Every breath you take for some reason. It's like, great. I'm glad we're deleting all the VODs because I don't get DMCA'd. So like 10 years ago, there were no rules to this. I was an idiot. I didn't think about what I was doing. So I'm sure there was copyrighted music everywhere.
You really wanted to get pumped up before your first stream.
Yeah. Like you didn't think about it back then. So it just makes sense to just kill everything. Because there's no way I can go back and watch. I think it's like 4,800 VODs that I have on the channel. And it's like, I can't
Yeah.
watch that shit. It's over like 15 or 20,000 hours. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. So we're just going to kill it all and then have it on somewhere on in the cloud and then figure out what to do with it from there. Yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah. I'm not super worried about it. I know I've for a long while, been cognizant of not playing stuff, but still over how long I've been doing this forever, right?
There's always,
you don't know. You have no idea how far back they're going to scan stuff. And I can't remember every single little thing I might've done for a stupid bit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or if it qualifies as mainstream enough.
Yep.
I think mostly all of the stuff that I've used, even if it was like not, Monster Cat or something where I knew it was totally okay. Has been fine. They've been like very small, like electronic artists or whatever. And it's not like Taylor Swift or like, something like that, or like Lady Gaga or whatever. But you don't know. And that's the thing is like the risk reward. Is it worth risking? That it's
like, do you want to completely get your channel banned and then you can't come back because of ban evasion? So like, do you want to move platforms on a whim? No, not really. I'll just delete all the stuff, I guess. Right.
Yeah.
It's not really
tough.
a hard decision in that degree, but yeah, just deleting all the VODs it'll suck.
Isn't it supposed to be like tomorrow?
It's tomorrow, I think, at like 3. Yeah. So you're kind of close. There's a tool though that you can grab, Max, that'll download all the stuff.
What I'm talking about is just
Twitter.
Like, how much space can I get? You know what I mean? Like I'd probably have to go out and buy like a crazy ass hard drive or something like that.
Just grab it on like grab like some like a Google terabyte or something like that. It's not that pricey. I think you get a terabyte of storage.
I have like a Google. You can back it up to a Google Drive. Like
I don't know if the tool will do it for you, but yeah, you can just upload it as you're downloading it. In essence, I would think.
That sounds like it's gonna suck. I'm gonna talk to Barry.
Yeah, talk to Barry. Yeah.
I'm gonna see what the best option is. If it gets too crazy, I'm just gonna nuke it all and say fuck it.
I think that's where most people are. Like I know Dan deleted all of his like 10 years.
I may
or
just
so.
do that. Like it's gonna suck, but whatever. We're gonna there's I still have a lot of stuff on YouTube, so it's not like a huge. How many people are going back, 3 years or 4 years to look at my old VODs anyways? It would just be for nostalgia's sake for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, it's the type of thing where once I delete it all, we're gonna have like 2 VODs on the channel. And that just is weird to like wrap my head around after doing this for so long. Cause like, if people join the channel 6 months from now, they're gonna be like, oh, he's only got VODs for 6 months. He must be new or something like that. It's like, well, not really. I just had to delete
for
them all.
you, there's like a lot of backlog of like shows and all sorts of stuff that are like fairly well organized. For me, it's just kind of like, whatever. It's a lot of content that's there, but I'm not like overly attached to my clips and stuff. I'm not one of those streamers that really tries to promote a whole bunch of clips or has a lot of clips that have like a crap ton of views. So I don't really care.
Yeah.
It'll suck to lose some of that in general. And I just think overall, could have all of this been handled better? Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of stupid that it's on us to be like, well, the option is nuke your channel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the writing's been on the wall for years, right? Like I don't want to get too angry at Twitch for like, them sending an email and 72 hours later, it's like, oh, you're probably going to get some DMCAs because like they've been saying that for years. It's not anything new. And I think anyone that like gets super angry at Twitch is like, come on, man. Like, don't play copyrighted shit. We all knew that.
Yeah. I'm not really saying that. I'm not saying like, let me play copywritten stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just that email that came out to everybody and saying like, we got rid of some stuff. We have no way of telling you what. I was like, okay, well, that doesn't help us diagnose anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true.
That,
the information given is very little, without a doubt. But yeah, it's fine. We'll just kill it.
I want to talk about
my gamble is I almost want to. I didn't watch the ad VOD. I probably should because I want them to implement the audio magic into clips.
Yeah.
Because that would just make it so much easier if you could just say, "Oh yeah, all of these are the clips that have copyrighted music in it.
Yeah.
Go delete these."
I think the excuse for them having not is that clips are so short that it actually can't, like the way that tool works, it doesn't have enough to actually pick up on things in terms of the scanning. So I don't know how much like truth there is to that, but that was all the reason for it not actually existing that I received.
That's what I want to know too. Is like how much.
Yeah.
How does that system work? Does it pick up on stuff when it's like if it's a shorter section of a song, but it's a very well known song that will ping higher than say like
it works off
meeting
of
that threshold or whatever.
It works off of wavelengths.
Yeah,
is how it
yeah,
works.
okay.
Because it just matches a bunch of wavelengths.
Matches the wavelength.
So yeah, and I mean like, I think about like YouTube's copyright system. They can get real short clips of songs, you know. So it's like.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a possible thing. It just might not be possible for Twitch's, audible magic.
Yeah, I think it's possible depending on how much money you want to spend, right? Like YouTube system is not cheap. There's a reason why, it's one of the best out there. But yeah, it's something that'll have to, my biggest issue now is going forward. If they are going to be scanning so much more from like the DMCA side of things, like watching movie trailers and stuff is a thing, and there's a lot of copywritten music in that, right? So I guess I'm just gonna have to stop doing that. And like even game trailers will use a lot of copywritten music. Like Call of Duty, for example, will always use copywritten music of some sort. So
I wonder if people start releasing like non-music versions. Like it'll just be edits of the trailers with the music edited out of it.
I don't know. I mean, that's a lot more work for a smaller audience, but potentially.
I guess I'm just gonna stop playing any Star Wars game ever.
Yeah.
As
one, that's the other thing.
They had like
the
a
music
mode
stuff in games is a nightmare. Yeah.
They had a mode in Squadrons, that recently came out to like change it so that way it didn't have the music, and I'm like, it sucks. It doesn't feel the same at all. Like, what I mean? Yeah. Part of the magic of that is being able to like have that music blasting in the background and making the moments more intense and making you feel like you're playing a Star Wars game. And now it's just like, I guess I just won't play that.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I mean, that's gonna happen. Someone's gonna get DMCA'd for playing a game that has a radio, and it's gonna be a big story, and it'll just happen in the future, and that'll cause a lot of issues. And then hopefully those issues get fixed, and that person doesn't lose their entire job in doing so. But yeah, it's gonna happen.
I'm just gonna play all games now muted.
Just make your own sound effects.
Yeah. I'll be playing a horror game, and we'll be creeping along in a cave, and I'll just be like,
yeah.
Did you guys hear that? That's weird.
Crazy. It'll be an interesting rest of the year with that for sure.
It'll really open up the genres for royalty-free music, though.
That's definitely the positive side. Is the Pretzel Rocks and the Monster Cats and whoever else wants to jump on board with that. We'll definitely get a lot more playtime potentially for sure.
I'm excited about going like I was already getting tired of my playlist. Like I like the songs that are on there. Most of the ones that are on there are like Spotify, whatever, that are not super big artists or anything like that, because just the nature of it being like EDM stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's nice to now be like, all right, well, I'm just going to compile another new playlist and I'll have some fresh new music to play. So that'll be cool. But
yeah.
I don't know. Outside of that, I had something else to say, but I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine.
It's the sugar.
Can DJ streams still happen?
I don't know.
I'm going to do them, but until it becomes like a thing, I know there's some speculation about live like strikes, but let me clear my throat real quick because you can hear the crap in my throat.
Okay. All right. We'll allow it.
Yeah. I don't know exactly if they've been super transparent about if they're going to implement live stuff that like strikes or whatever.
Well, that's not Twitch that does it. Like
live muting.
Live DMCA strikes will occur. Like those tools already exist from record labels, and they haven't really used them yet. But yeah, you're gonna see like live DMCA takedowns without a doubt.
I think for now, again, most of the stuff that I play probably isn't gonna be anything like that I do DJ with is not like super mainstream to the point where I can imagine them doing like a live strike.
Yeah.
Or a live DMCA shutdown. So what I'm just gonna do is delete the VODs immediately after the show. Just treat it as a live performance, and then it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's risky. I think what's more likely to happen is everyone's gonna like delete VODs. Nothing's gonna happen on Friday. People are gonna feel safe a week from today. They're gonna play a shit ton of copyrighted music. One person's gonna get banned, and then it's all going to happen again. Everyone's going to be like, oh shit, we got to delete all our fonts all over again, right?
Yeah.
That's been the routine for so long now, and it's kind of ridiculous. But
I wish there was some sort of option for us as streamers, provided to be like, you got to pay this amount. It's a large amount, for you, but we've priced it out. This is what we think is an affordable amount for you to pay. That's still substantial. And you can now play these, whether that's provided by Twitch or that's provided by music conglomerates,
I heard a really interesting theory for a change. It was in a Harris Heller video, and he talked about how there was a time when they came up with the number of streams to download ratio. So if you stream a song on Spotify 150 times, that's the equivalent to downloading that song. It's like a physical download of it. And that's when how Spotify came in. So his theory was that they could come up with a fraction in the same sense for streamers, where it's like, if there's 1,000 people watching your stream, that equals 1 stream on Spotify. And then they would fraction that, you would have to connect your Twitch account to Spotify, and then Spotify would give you, based on your channel views, you could buy a broadcaster's Spotify license or whatever, and they would let you play it, and you would pay a certain monthly fee that would cover a generalized concurrent viewership for you, which seems like a liable solution. It's that makes sense, because if you really factor in 50,000 people watching a stream, because record labels want that's what they want, is they want someone with 50,000 people listening to one song for that 50,000 people to count as a stream on that song.
Right.
So it would cost them tens of thousands of dollars for Spotify after every person that had 50,000 concurrents on their stream. It would cost way too much money for that to be possible. So I don't know.
Also, if that becomes a thing and it's not offered or integrated into Twitch, I can already see it being it doesn't matter because it's not in the Twitch's system. You're not tagged as a streamer or whatever that has that on your profile. It would need to be something that's baked into Twitch, I would imagine, in order for it to avoid having I got striked and now I still have to deal with this shit, even though I'm paying for X licenses from Spotify or whatever provider.
I mean, well, that's where the counterclaims would come in, right? Is that then you could say I legally own the broadcasting license to play these songs, so you can't ban me for it. It'd still be a hassle, but at least you are legally able to. It
just becomes the system that's in place right now to deal with that for Twitch and everything is still going to be still a pain in the ass. Even if you are paying that money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotta love old laws.
Yeah, it's true.
It's good.
Yeah, those laws aren't going to be changing anytime soon. So
yeah,
it'll be a weird couple of months. It really just depends on how egregious they want to be with running the tools, right, to scan streams.
I think overall, I'm not too worried, and I feel like at least with us three, from what I'm understanding, probably shouldn't be too worried because we have a decent idea of what is allowed to be played or what's too risky to be playing on stream.
Yeah,
I feel bad for all the streamers that have it's just so a part of their stream. I always listen to my playlist, and we listen, and the community loves this, and it's now I can't listen to all these pop songs and whatever that they've been listening to that are really popular.
Yeah.
It's not that I really feel sorry for them because they should know already, but I think it's going to be a rude awakening if it isn't already when it actually starts being enforced. And they're like, oh, well, I'm just going to risk it. I think I'll be fine. And then they can't stream on the platform anymore. And that's when it matters then,
Oh, yeah, that level of community where you could feel maybe okay gambling it.
Well, they got to adapt or they'll die. That's just how it is.
True.
That's the streaming way, right? Adapt.
Speaking of adapting,
I don't care. They can all get banned. Adapt or you'll die.
Yeah, there's. I'm kind of at that point for sure.
I feel you.
Yeah.
It is very it is very much. You've had so many chances at this point. We have been warned.
This is the 7th or 8th time in 10 years. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's just been. This is the first time that it and it shouldn't be that this is the first time it feels serious. It's just this is the first time that a large chunk of people received an email about it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounded, well, that email was 100% just the way it's worded. It was written by a lawyer. Then a PR person had to pass over it. And then the lawyer had another pass. And then it probably went out. But yeah, it sounded like just enough like legalese in it to actually like strike the fear of God into content creators. But like,
It was meant to scare
fuck.
everybody.
Oh, fuck.
100% meant to be like, hey, take this seriously. This is your warning. You know.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, that email reads like we found stuff, and you know it sounds like it's like really bad, but really what it meant is like, okay, you
just
have
a warning.
had muted stuff. It's a warning.
Yeah.
Your account is still clean right now. You know what I mean? Maybe not for everybody, but
Yeah.
for me, like with my partner manager, he's like, yeah, just so you know, you're still clear. You're good. This is, you know, that email was just a result of blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and the funny, not necessarily the funny thing, but the most common thing I've seen is partners reach out to their AMs if they're lucky enough to have one, and their AMs will say like, or the partners will ask, "Hey, do I need to delete all my VODs?" The AMs are like, "I'm not going to tell you no, but you might want to. Might be something worth looking into, but I'm not going to tell you what to do on that."
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so as then the content creator is just like, "Fuck, we should probably delete all the VODs."
Yeah.
Right? Like that's generally what's happening. And you have seen like happen about that the past 24 or 48 hours. Which, that's not me blaming the AMs or anything. They legally should, that's what they should be saying to protect Twitch and themselves. But it's a very common thing I've seen without a doubt.
Yeah.
So delete all the VODs later. It'll be fun. It'll be good.
I'm probably going to end up nuking everything. I might back up to a certain point and then just nuke everything else before that, because who cares about any of that anyways?
Yeah. Then you can just play the games over and be like, this is my first playthrough.
That's right. That's right.
Gotta replay this.
Yeah. We deleted the VODs for, I don't know, something. So, we got to do it all over again, guys. Red Dead 2. We got to replay that one.
The best was when people thought that putting their VODs behind a paywall was going to work. It's like, what?
Yeah. As someone who's had their VODs behind a paywall for almost 8 or 9 years now, like it helps, but it's not a catch-all, right? Like there's even ways to watch a paywalled VOD on Twitch without paying, right? Like there's 100% ways around that. And without a doubt, Twitch is going to give the people that are scanning for that stuff the ability to do that, essentially.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's what it comes down to, is like behind that through Twitch, they're going to, if somebody asks like, hey, we want to scan this stuff, they're not going to be like, no.
Right. Yeah. Twitch just can't say like, actually, we're not going to do that. Yeah. Legally, they have to. Yeah. Max, you're going to take us in a potentially different direction there when I mentioned about adapting. Do you remember where we were going?
I was going to talk about the hair swoop that you had going on. It's a little less noticeable right now because it's a little like the side that has the swoop is now closer to the ear. I was going to ask about
my hair
haircuts.
Is long as shit. Look how.
Mine's for yours is.
Look how long this is.
Pretty long.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. You could do one of those fake man buns.
Yeah, I've never had my hair this long before. I told Aaron the other day in chat the other day that I'm just not going to get a haircut till the wedding, which is in April. So we'll see if I stand by that. I'm kind of already annoyed at the long hair, to be honest. But
it drives me crazy.
Yeah,
your hair.
It's mostly around.
It's driving me crazy right now.
It's mostly around the ears that bothers me the most. That and like the back.
Yeah,
like
the back of the neck and the ears.
I'm approaching
too.
like mullet territory. I'm pretty sure. In terms of the length, so I don't. It's just. Yeah, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna get my hair cut. I'm not gonna even bother with that shit. At least at like a proper hairdresser or stylist or anything. What was that, Megan?
That's fair. I got my hair cut. I don't know. I got kind of like a bowl cut. I don't know, 6 months ago, 5 months ago, something like that. And so it's just grown out really well. So I haven't like gotten really like a mullet or anything from it.
Yeah.
The worst part is when it gets in your eyes, when it's at the length where it can't like sit more because it just stabs you in the eyeballs.
I'm getting that a little bit. Like when I wake up, my hair is fucking crazy, right? It's just doing this everywhere, and it's also in my face, and so it's a little annoying having not had long hair before. But Yeah, I don't.
You
It's
just got to get past that point. Once you can start to like push it back with your hands, then you're fine.
Well, I'm already starting to do this a lot with the headphones, like pushing the hair
There you
back, and that's kind of fun. As
Mhm.
someone who's not had to do that before, but I don't know how
You're
much.
experiencing.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer it's gonna go. We'll see. JP wakes up as Guile. No, it looks like I don't know how to describe it. It's ridiculously long. Is essentially what I would say. But yeah, Max, right now the swoop is what happens. It's just
I'm not saying it looked bad. I just,
it's just different. As someone who
noticing.
used to constantly blow dry their hair by doing this and then just blow drying it, and then I was done. Now it's a little bit different. It takes a little bit more work, which sucks.
When's the last time you might have said it? I was zoning out for a second. When was the last time you had a haircut? Or what's the
An actual
5
haircut?
or 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An actual haircut was 5 or 6. Okay.
Yeah, I went
hair-
in because it was too long. It was stabbing me in the eyes.
Yeah. The problem with me is my hair grows so damn fast too. So it's just extra annoying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do. Like, do I go to a barber now? I guess I can. They wear masks. I scheduled an appointment through like a Google, like where the assistant calls and you have like times that you pick. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but
Yeah.
and they just straight rejected it. And I was like, okay.
Why'd they reject it?
I don't know. They didn't give a reason. They just rejected my appointment. And I was like, I'm never even going to consider going to you ever. Why?
Was it like a generic?
No, you don't get a haircut.
Was it like a
Just
generic
reject- it just said
barbershop?
they rejected it. Yeah, it was like a small town barbershop. I'm like, shouldn't you be wanting my business? I don't.
Huh.
So weird.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
Could have just been the
They were at
barbershop.
max capacity.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they overscheduled, I guess is what it would be. They can
Or
only
they
they
just
didn't.
hate you.
It's true.
Yeah.
They might not like your streams anymore. Or something
Or
like
they
that.
didn't want to be at max capacity. You get it?
No,
Maybe he gets it. 'Cause
No.
My name's Max.
I'm good. I'm just gonna act like nothing happened. Go forward.
So what was that like talking to Mike Shinoda? That must have been cool.
It was fine. It's second time. It's
just
really
switching
Oh, it was the
topics.
second time. It
Yeah.
wasn't the first time. It was
Well,
actually the
it
second
was weird
time
'cause
I've talked to him.
the first time. Definitely was nervous, right? Like definitely didn't know what was going to happen, how the show was going to go. Like super over prepared for it. And then like yesterday, we didn't prepare at all. We're just like, oh yeah, Mike's going to be on the show again. We'll figure out what.
Yeah.
It was like we didn't have any plans. And like he texted me the day before. He's like, hey, same process that we did last time. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah, he seems like a chill guy.
Yeah, his publicist was definitely more nervous this time around, because like the first time around, I was like on the ball, sending her like full on topic list, things that we were going to cover, making sure that we could talk about that stuff. And then yesterday, I didn't send any of that, and she was definitely not like. I got a lot more text about things, is what I would say. Rightfully
Did
so.
she text you about stuff that was like, why did you talk about this? I wouldn't
No.
talk about that.
She like the show was fine. It was fine in terms
Mm-hmm.
of the content that we talked about. And she was cool with it. She's also really, really awesome to work with. In the 2 or 3 times that we have. But yeah, it was just we didn't prepare for it at all. Because Mike's just like super chill, right? Like he's essentially someone described a friend of his described him to me before I had met him as a boomer dad. Like after talking with Mike for a while now, he's definitely a boomer dad. Like he's just chill. He's definitely been in the industry for a super fucking long time. And like knows his way around and knows a thing or two about the industry. And he's just super chill, right? Like I figure if you're in any industry at that point, you're not going to be like super crazy. You're going to be relaxed and understand it. So that's definitely the vibe I got.
Depending on what fork in the road you took. Did you go crazy and become full
I
of
guess.
yourself with ego and obsessed with being famous or whatever, or did you go like, all right, I'm just gonna keep doing this?
Yeah, I guess that's true. But yeah, he's cool. I think he might even be streaming right now. He might even be live. But so I'm eating a fry. I haven't had any food today, so like the fry
Crinkled
every once in a while.
fries.
Yeah. This is
Where are those from?
Culver's. I don't think you have a Culver's in Austin.
We do have Culver's,
Ooh.
actually.
You have Culver's in
Really?
Austin?
I
They're
thought
starting
Culver's
up-
was
yeah,
a
they're
Midwest.
popping up.
Yeah, so did I.
It was, but apparently now it's kind of like it's like In-N-Out. In-N-Out spreading out everywhere. We got an In-N-Out
Yeah.
here as well.
Yeah,
What?
when In-N-Out opened in San Antonio, it was a big fucking deal. They opened up In-N-Out next to a
Noticed.
highway that had really bad traffic, and so the line was actually on the highway, and it was like an hour and a half long wait to get In-N-Out when it opened.
That's the kind of stuff that, like, it's not that good. I'm not going
Worth
to
an
wait
hour.
anywhere
Not
for
worth
an
an
hour
hour.
and a half for food. Like,
Yeah. It's not worth it.
yeah,
Having
wait
really
an
not that
hour and a
great.
half.
having traveled and had like proper, I shouldn't say proper, having traveled and had In-N-Out in California, I was definitely not in that line and had no interest in going to In-N-Out at any
Yeah.
point when it opened. But
Mhm.
yeah, there's some other places that have opened like that in San Antonio that I've known of. Did you see, Max, that Whataburger got bought by a Chicago-based company, and they're going to be expanding to the Midwest now pretty soon? I think Kansas City is getting Whataburger here pretty soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I don't really care about that because I have Whataburger here.
Yeah, well,
it's
fuck
an
you
interesting
then, Max.
thing.
Fuck you.
Well, okay, talk to me when you say Portillo's is starting to expand to where I live because I miss the shit out of it.
I've never had
Portillo's-
Portillo's. I know what it
Portillo's for
is.
those
I've
who
had
don't
it
know.
twice.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Megan
like-
kind
again,
of
I'm
like
not
gave the, it was all right.
It's not
for
amazing.
my-
It's not amazing.
It's like it's good fast food. You know how there's that tiers of fast food where they're like trying to be fancy fast food.
Uh-huh.
It's still like at its core, it's like you're getting fast food. That's Portillo's. It's
All right.
You suck a dick when they said Portillo's is trash. That might have been a big response. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was
I would-
bold. That was a bold one there.
It's it's pretty good. I like their Italian beef sandwiches. That's the thing. Is I think they have pretty good hot dogs, pretty good burgers. Their Italian beef sandwiches is where it's at for me. Like because it's very good and easy. And when you don't have it, it's not a huge deal when you have it, but when you're away and you don't have it anymore, it's like, God damn, that sucks. That's
Yeah.
But
Aaron,
I'm not gonna overhype it though.
Aaron surprised me and ordered Delicious Tamales, which is like a brand there in San Antonio that's been around for, I don't know, 100 years or something like that. And so she had them like delivered in dry ice yesterday. So we get to reheat those, which I'm very excited about, having not had them in like 2 years or a year or something like that. So
You can order Portillo's as well. That happened a while back.
via dry, like
some of that.
shipped or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get the like full on. You can order like a bunch of it where it's just like the beef that's frozen and dry ice and stuff, and then it comes with like everything. the
You gotta prep
peppers
it
and all that
yourself?
stuff. You just heat it up. Heat it up in a big pot,
It's a lot of work.
and then toast the buns, and you're good to go. It's not that
It's a
much
lot-
work.
It's a lot of work.
You do a cooking
Well,
show
don't
on
you-
on
Don't
stream
you have
now.
a Portillo's nearby? That's why it's a lot of work. Like, you can
No,
just
no,
buy
I
one?
don't. We don't have Portillo's in
He doesn't,
St. Louis.
no,
I
they
don't think.
won't.
Oh,
It's pretty much
More
only
of
in
like
Chicago.
a Chicago area.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago area thing.
Yeah.
oh, really? There's one in Minnesota.
Really?
It probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
spotty other places, but I know Chicago's like
Mhm.
the main area.
Does Minnesota have any like local fast food places that you can't get anywhere else?
I was just gonna ask that. What is that?
Let's see. We have Culver's. We have actually, what is a Minnesota fast food chain? I don't know. I think Culver's is the closest. They're like super Midwestern.
Yeah.
We have Target. Target is a Minnesota company.
Oh, is that's where Target?
Yeah,
that's where
there's
the
a-
headquarters are.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Oh.
headquarters. We have like Target and we have Minnesota companies. Most
Caribou Coffee,
Um,
apparently.
Hormel Foods, XL Energy,
What the
Land
hell?
Oh, I
O'Lakes,
love Hormel.
Polaris,
Polaris
General
is a boat
Mills.
company.
3M is in Minnesota too.
Why do you guys have so
Um,
many headquarters there?
Best Buy,
Damn.
United Health Group. I don't know. I actually have absolutely no idea why.
Is that like a
we
tax
have-
thing or something?
It
don't know.
must be. I don't think so because I think taxes in Minnesota are higher. But maybe it's different for companies. It must be taxes. It's always
probably
taxes,
yeah.
right?
I would say it'd have to be different for like individuals
Yeah.
based on like, and then the difference for companies, corporate companies or whatever.
Mhm.
If I were
Yeah.
to say to you a Minnesota goodbye, what does that mean to you?
It means you spend a really long time saying goodbye.
That's a thing.
I just
Yeah.
that's the
You
thing.
know, yeah, it's like you stand at the door when you're getting ready to say goodbye. You stand at the door for like 15, 20 minutes actually saying goodbye.
Should do this again. All right, I'll see you
Uh-huh.
later.
Mm-hmm.
Why
All
is
right,
that
And
a
then you get on
Minnesota
a
look on
thing?
your
sidetrack.
wall.
I don't know. It's called Minnesota Goodbye.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a thing. I found
I didn't
out
know that.
about it not too long ago from another friend of mine that lives in Minnesota.
Yep. It's the
Oh, being
think it's-
overly nice or apologizing
Yep.
for things.
Oh yeah, people in Minnesota are very nice. Are you born and raised there, Megan?
I am.
Okay.
I live in the Halloween capital of the world, actually, if you want to know a fun fact.
Oh, wow.
There's a capital for Halloween.
Yeah, you can Google it because nobody believes me. But if you Google Halloween capital of the world, it's Anoka, Minnesota. And they were the first, it's the first city to ever hold an organized Halloween celebration because there was so many people that were pulling pranks. They were like, you know what? No, no more. We're having parades. It worked.
There's so many ways I was like going to my head with that for the first city to allow like murder from.
Wow. I'm like looking at the website. It's actually the
We have a big
website-
pumpkin
Yeah.
in our city, in our town hall. It makes me feel like I'm living in Halloween Town. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah, this looks like it's kind of crazy.
It's
You got
the-
sponsors for the Great Pumpkin, T-Mobile,
Wow.
newspapers, QCTV, Aspen
3M?
Exteriors.
Hormel.
Yeah.
The Mummies got sponsors, U.S. Bank. There's skeleton sponsors, Xfinity, McDonald's.
Yep. It's a big
Bevso.
deal. We usually have
What
like
the
three
hell?
different parades, and there's a giant pumpkin that's on our town hall that lights up at night. And this year we have like a giant metal pumpkin that reminds me of Halloween Town that's in our city hall. It's really cool.
I had no idea. It's crazy.
I had no idea
The
about that.
Grand Day Parade, Light Up the Night Parade, and the Gray Ghost Run.
Yep.
Where is this?
And there's-
Anoka?
Anoka.
Anoka,
A-N-O-K-A.
Minnesota. K-A.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty
Such an innocent sounding town name for the Halloween capital.
I know. It's very odd. It's one of those things I didn't realize was really odd until I got older and started telling people, and they were like, "Really? Like middle
Yeah.
of the nowhere, Minnesota is the Halloween capital?" But it's a big deal. It's the only thing we have. I guess the scary thing we do have there's a like the main insane asylum for the Midwest is in Minnesota. Yeah, it was the cemetery for it is in front of the high school for Anoka. Like it's really fucking weird.
No wonder there's a Halloween capital. of
Yeah,
the
it's
world.
like there's a.
Are you
there's
sure?
a-
Like,
I am.
this is sounding like the
know,
town
right?
that Buffy was
Right.
like based from.
No, that
There's like
wasn't-
something underneath.
That was Sunnyvale, California.
Yeah.
There were rumors that there was tunnels that would lead, because there are underground tunnels just like in any insane asylum that like lead from all of the different buildings, and there were rumors that one of the tunnels led to the high school, like connected to the high school in some way for like emergency purposes for some reason. But they had like, even up until the 80s, it was still like an insane asylum, and there were people that would like escape, and there'd be like sirens, and you'd have to like go in lockdown. Like,
Jesus.
yeah, my
Jeez.
parents had that a couple times. So, yeah, that's the. I guess that makes it sound more Halloweeny. I should lead with that, right?
Maybe, yeah.
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 Put some respect on this town's name.
Yeah.
We got escaped
Dang.
crazy people.
Anoka's got a very lovely looking downtown. Looks very quaint.
Well, it would, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
that how else do you lure in the tourists to then be murdered, right?
Does
It's
this
all
look
very
familiar to you?
original. It is. It's very nostalgic. It's all like still a lot of it is original, like bricks and stuff like that. This
yeah, that
is
looks-
where I probably some of the first places I ever performed at.
Look at that
We're really
road.
going down
It's a
memory
high-ass
lane.
resolution. Is it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Main floral over there on the left with a bank, it looks
Mhm.
like.
Yeah.
We got some. Is this this a bar? Jensen's? What is this?
Ever been to
That's a
Jensen's?
Jensen's is a clothing store.
Oh.
There's a so they're actually you can't see any of the bars in this picture. The street to the left is where the bars are. It's like just a street of all
on
of the bars.
2nd Avenue. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
And then if you turn to the right, that's actually there's the guitar shop that I bought my first ever guitar at is down the right at that light. And then the old ass middle school that's like over 100 years old is there, and the football field and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all down Main Street.
Yeah, it's a very quaint looking village.
Really nice. Look at that. Yeah.
Looks like a
Mhm.
great
Totally
place
looks
to
like-
live.
It totally looks like the opening of a movie, a scary movie or like a horror movie centered around like
Oh,
some
for
kids in high school or
sure.
whatever, where they're just panning down and everything's just really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
For sure, and then it scans to the dead body under the bridge nearby.
Yeah. Yeah. So wait, because you live in
Definitely.
the Halloween capital of the world, do you hate Halloween? Or do you
I love Halloween.
You love it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I love Halloween.
That's
I guess I've never really like hated holidays. I've never
Holidays are pretty great,
gotten
even as a
into-
kid.
Yeah.
I'll go out on the limb here. I'll say, fuck Easter. I hate Easter.
Yeah?
Yep.
Just cause?
Don't like it. The pastel
I like-
colors are only cool for Easter. They're terrible. We figured that out. One of the worst updates for Animal Crossing was Easter themed. Goddamn eggs popping out of rocks all the time. That was Easter's
That
fault.
is true. Yeah.
And then also, it's only fun if you're a kid. I don't care about Easter as an adult.
Oh man, you're doing it wrong. You gotta hide
mean, you
Easter
can-
eggs with money in them.
That's how I did it as a kid.
That sounds a
That
little
was
more
the
fun.
best. My
That
dad
sounds a little more-
my dad would just save up all his change over the
Yep.
the year, and then every Easter he'd use his big change jug to fill up the Easter eggs.
Yep.
Because that was the best. I'd get like as a kid, I'd get I don't know $50, $80 in change, whatever it was, depending upon how old my brother was and
Uh-huh.
how many he found. And then that was like my money for the rest of the year. It's like
I'm starting to come
It
around.
was
The
my-
chat's got some other interesting
Mhm.
ideas too. You got like small shot bottles. All right, I'm coming around. If we do it that way, I'm
Yeah.
okay with.
The lotto
Ooh.
scratcher thing is also a big deal. A lot of people put
Yeah.
lotto scratchers in Easter eggs and hide those.
mhm.
You gotta
Yeah.
make it fun for
I
the
just-
adults, right? I mean, the kids will have their
Yeah.
normal like candy egg.
That's what I'm saying.
and all
If
that
they make it fun for the adults, then
Just
maybe
fill
I'll
the
be all
Easter
right with it.
eggs with alcohol.
stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. But then it's gonna. The other thing that sucks about that is there's always like one or two Easter eggs that never get found.
Oh,
Yeah, and then they
So
But
if
if
you
it's
put-
got money in it,
Yeah, if you put
that's a
money
good
in
thing,
there,
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
kind of dicey.
Maybe some like homeless, like the neighborhood hobo guy, will come through and be
Sure.
like, hey, and
Yeah.
he did a good deed. And that's nice.
Everyone's got a neighborhood homeless guy.
hmm
It also works well too if they are full of booze.
True.
hmm
It's true.
Have a few eggs that are filled with Everclear, but you don't
Ugh.
tell people that.
Ugh.
So you're like, yeah, some of them are vodka. and then you go off their reactions.
Some of them are also rubbing alcohol.
That's awful. Yikes.
Have fun.
Not into that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess I've been into Halloween, but I'm not like I'm not into Halloween like I am Christmas. Like I
Love
love
Christmas.
the idea of
Yeah.
Christmas. I love the music. I love the
Yeah.
you were talking
Cheer.
about snow earlier, and I was like,
hmm
I was thinking about
Yeah.
yesterday when I was driving. It's like, fuck, I really don't want it to start snowing. And then you started talking about snow. It's like, if I'm sitting inside and it's snowing out, that's kind of nice. Like I'm kind of
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that.
You're not going outside anyways.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the snow. You get to look at it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's Christmas time is great in Minnesota. That is the one
Oh, I
time
bet.
that snow is like, oh, this is amazing. You wake up and you feel like you're in a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you snowed in, or
Mm-hmm.
is that just the snow that we can see in the window behind you?
That's just the snow in the window. That's the sky right now is basically what you're
Okay.
seeing.
All right. I just didn't know if
Yeah.
you were like, if it had that much snow.
Everything's all
that'd be kinda
overcast
cool,
and I'm
though.
sure.
I've never been that snowed in before.
Really?
I
where
have.
I've had like a door be covered in snow. I've been waiting for it. I've wanted it to happen.
Yeah. That happened to you in Chicago, Max?
Yeah.
100%. We get that lake effect snow from Lake Michigan, and also where I lived towards the northern border. There's a lot of lakes in that area.
Chicago winters are gross. It's just
we get
windy
messed up.
and cold.
Yeah.
I was born in that. Or literally, I was born on Christmas. So
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
The Christmas
suck?
surprise.
or
never
were you?
celebrated
Did you live in?
Christmas or birthdays growing up, so it didn't really matter to me.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had surprise day. That's not a
Surprise
joke.
day. I remember. Yeah, I know,
my
you've told
parents
me all about
countered it.
this.
Yeah, my parents countered it by just quick version of it. My parents countered me like, knowing that, yeah, it sucks you don't get presents on Christmas and stuff. So like randomly in the year, they would just hide presents underneath like the couch and make it seem like we made a big mess, me and my brother, of like pillows and blankets, which we would do. And they would go tell us to like clean up our mess. And we both look at each other like, what? And then as the years went on, we like knew that meant, oh shit.
Yeah.
Don't say poor Max. I don't care.
Well,
Fine.
it was it was for religious purposes, right? That's why he didn't celebrate it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It wasn't
I grew
just that
up,
his parents didn't like celebrate it. It was for religious.
They just didn't like us. They
Yeah.
were just like, not for these kids.
Fuck these kids. No Christmas for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, so they didn't celebrate, like anything,
Oh, okay.
holidays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love Christmas now too, especially, not because of that reason. I've always loved it though, like just the music, the like everything you were saying,
Yeah.
being in Chicago and seeing like all the lights and stuff and everything being really pretty, the music and the cheer and general feel of it. I've always liked it.
Yeah.
It's such a happy holiday.
Yeah.
Like
In general, yeah. I would agree.
Mhm.
very joyful.
Easter, not so much though.
Easter for me was always, hey, you got to get up and we got to go to church. And it's like,
Well, that's the thing. That's the other side of it too,
I
right?
don't want
For-
to. It's
for a lot
like
of
the
people.
one day of the year where you like have to go to church. At least in my family, it was.
Mhm.
And I just always hated it. I always fucking hated every aspect about it. But then once I got older and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go to church this year. And then it became this like giant fight every year. So yeah, I'm with you, Max.
Mhm.
Easter's not a good time.
Yeah,
No.
I just of the holidays, it's the one I would get least hyped for if I was
Yeah.
celebrating them while I was growing up. That's the thing. I'm saying this as somebody that didn't even really celebrate them. Just observing and seeing. But I've always liked Christmas. Halloween's pretty cool. I think this year that was the other question I was going to ask about Anoka, right?
But no,
I wanted to say
Mhm.
Anoka for some
Yeah.
reason.
No.
So it was like the trick or treating like crazy there.
yeah, like how does
or
that
how does-
go?
I'm live away from downtown.
Okay.
So I don't know. I've never been on Halloween in downtown Anoka to be able to tell. I know that like it's super common for kids to trick or treat and stuff like that. I think the like major difference is all of the parades we have. Like this year it's actually really weird for COVID. They're doing a drive-by parade. So just all the floats are going to park on the street and then you and your kids can drive by in your car.
Huh. I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it's like okay, and they're bringing back one of like the first traditions, or the first tradition was that at 7:30 p.m. all of the places that had bells or sirens would sound them off for like Halloween or whatever for some
Yeah.
reason. I don't know what it is. So they're bringing that back this year for
Hmm.
COVID stuff.
Are people
know.
going to dress up?
I think so. I don't really know. I'm very curious to see what happens. Usually I think it also depends trick or treating wise on if there's snow on the ground, because that
Oh.
really sucks when
Yeah.
it's snow and you're trying to
Mm.
trick or treat. Even if you have a costume that can be used with snow attire, like it still
Right.
sucks walking around. So if it's this snowy, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people out. Like, I think it'll just be an easy excuse to be like, it's COVID and also there's snow on the ground. I'll just buy you a bag of candy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm curious what it'll be like here. We live in a very red county. Like masks are mandatory, but if you go out, people aren't wearing
Yeah.
masks. And so I'm fairly certain that like the neighborhood's going to treat it as a normal Halloween.
Probably.
Which will be funny.
yeah.
Just to see what happens. But
Hey, but they'll probably be a lot of masks on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey.
yeah. I mean, the scariest thing they could do would be not to wear one, right? So I wonder how many people like lean into that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dress up as COVID. Scary.
That, I mean, there will probably be Halloween parties across the U.S. That probably will be a Halloween party mainstay across the U.S. as well as dressing up as COVID in some way. Or like dressing up as a cough or something like that, right? Like that's probably one of the most terrifying things that can happen now when you're out and about in public and someone just coughs. That's just kind of scary. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What is that? And is that next weekend? What day does that fall on? Next Saturday.
30.
Yeah.
So that's even shittier because it's not like in the middle of a week. It's not going to be like a.
Yeah.
It's going to be a busy ass Halloween on a Saturday.
I'm
People
just
are
going to do what I
definitely gonna
normally
have
do.
parties.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to just put a giant bowl out my front door and just take what you want. I don't care.
That's like the worst way to handle that.
Why?
You're going to have 1 billion people's hands in there that are reaching into the same community bowl.
I'm not going to keep the bowl.
Why don't you just like not put something out?
I
That's
mean,
true. I could do that too.
if it's wrapped candy, though.
It's wrapped candy. It's not like, I'm not like an 80-year-old grandma and I'm putting out like, grab from the bowl of
That
candy.
was kind of my idea, is that like you're not. That would be the safest way to do it, I think.
Just have a community bowl.
Yeah, a bowl of
I don't
wrapped
want to
candy
interact with people coming through all
yeah,
the
with
time.
sanitizer nearby. Yeah, put that, because like if you're parenting your child and you don't tell your child, hey, we're gonna wipe off your candy, or hey, you have to wash your hands before you eat any of it, like you're probably
That's
not
not on
worried
me.
about getting
Yeah,
COVID.
you know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
like you're probably not worried about getting COVID then, anyways.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. One of my favorite things that I did when I first moved back to San Antonio and I lived on my own in a house, that house that we actually did the first role play shows from, Max, that giant fucking house.
Yeah, I remember them.
I didn't know any of the neighborhood, and I think I moved in like, I don't know, June or something. So it's only been 2 or 3 months and I just hadn't met anyone in the neighborhood. So I went on, I either went on Amazon or went to the store and got them. I got the biggest like candy bars that you can get, and that's what I gave away. And so then all of the kids that would come up be like, holy shit, there's fucking, give them like this giant fucking Snickers bars like this big. And then all the parents like knew me as this super nice person. And that's how I met all the neighbors is through Halloween. And they all thought I was a great person.
There you go.
It was great. Little did they know that I'm actually an awful person. That was the big takeaway from there. But it was, I was the big candy bar house in the neighborhood. It worked out.
I may just put nothing out now that I'm thinking about it.
That's
Maybe
what
I'll
I'm
just
saying.
put a
Just don't
sign
do
up
that.
saying,
go away.
due to COVID-19, go away.
Don't put anything out. Just turn your lights on and you're good.
Put masks out instead.
There
Just
you
get
go.
a bunch of disposable masks.
Well, I don't know. In Texas, you might get like your house egged or something for doing that.
They ain't gonna. I got a ring. All right, I'm gonna find them.
I guess being in Austin, Austin's pretty like liberal, depending on what aspects you're in. You're not.
They're
too
pretty
far
chill
from it.
here, honestly.
Yeah.
My neighborhood's pretty nice. Most of the neighbors are. I'm not saying they know me, but we're a waving neighborhood. We got that whole
Okay.
kind of wave to people
Yeah.
thing going.
My neighbors are crazy. They're pretty Hoosier, which is a Midwest term for those that have never heard that.
I know
Look
what
it
that
up.
means. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one neighbor in particular. There's like 3 houses that are like the focal point of the neighborhood, and they all have jacuzzis in their garages, which in itself is very Hoosier.
Remember you talking about that? Yeah.
With a giant MAGA flag behind that. And then they also have, they sit in, especially in wintertime, they'll sit in their jacuzzi, wheel it out in the driveway, and then they put a bonfire out there, and everyone just comes around and like drinks and sits around the bonfire in the middle of the street. Like that's a general Friday, Saturday night thing in the neighborhood, which is really ridiculous. But yeah, that's where we're at. So that's why I'm expecting a lot of people to come by the house trick or treating. We'll see how it goes.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to put candy out though. Max, I don't think you should put candy out either.
I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna use it as an excuse not to.
Yeah. Then you don't have to buy candy. Or you can just buy candy for yourself.
I don't really like candy. Back to the sugar thing.
How do you not like
super into it.
What's your
I
favorite
like sugar.
this.
I just
don't
don't like a
understand
lot of
how you
sweets. That's it. How
What-
do we not get this?
No, we get that, but like, what is your favorite sweet then?
Ooh.
If you're talking about, are you talking about like desserts?
It
and
could be a
stuff,
dessert.
or-
It could be a candy bar. It could be anything. It could be ice cream.
I do like ice cream. If I'm
Ice
gonna have
cream's pretty
sweets, I do like some ice cream. That's
Okay.
good. I like cheesecake. That's good. I'm not even super big into cake. It has to be like a really good cake for me to like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's because I was really into candy and stuff as a kid. Then I just got tired of it and over it. And now as an adult, I'm like, that'll make my teeth hurt probably or something like that.
If your teeth hurt from candy, you should go to the dentist though.
I know that, JP. I have to go to the dentist.
God.
That's another side
That's
of it too.
a
It's
weird
just like
thing. How do you go to the dentist during COVID?
Oh, I'm going. It's going to be fun. I'm going next
I'm
Monday.
going to be going too. I don't.
Yeah.
have
They're
to
gonna
schedule
be like
it, but-
putting like
They take like
I don't know.
they take pretty good precautionary measures to begin with in terms of just generally dentists are good about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dentist, like when I scheduled the appointment, they were like, all right, so here's all of the COVID things. You can't come inside until we call you. No one else sits inside. I'm going at 8 a.m. So I'll be the first person there. I'm also going on a Monday. So the entire weekend will have occurred with no one in it. So it's like
Nice.
72 hours for any potential viruses to have died out on the surfaces. And then, yeah, like they wear full PPE protective gear nonsense while it's happening. I'm generally not that afraid of getting COVID at the dentist. More so, if I just went to like a general practitioner doctor, I think I'd be more afraid. Because, you know, they're not going to be wearing like a full garb of anti-COVID gear.
Yeah, my guy was just wearing a mask.
Yeah. So
For me, though, that just becomes like I'm just extra careful then of touching my mouth or face or whatever and making sure I'm sanitized and stuff. And
right.
I'm good.
Most places too, especially I would think any sort of doctor office, they require you to like take your temperature and you have to sign that form and all that stuff. That's become kind of the standard. So yeah, I suspect that will happen when I go in. It happened when I went to go to the law firm, which was really weird. But I think that's just like standard practice, at least in St. Louis. I don't know if that's standard practice in like Texas or Anoka, Minnesota. We'll see. But yeah, that's next Monday. I'm looking forward to going to the dentist. Should be fun. Should be an adventure.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not a
report
sentence
back.
a lot of people say.
I'm not actually excited for it. I have a terrible fear of it, but you got to get it done. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. I haven't been in so goddamn long. They're going to have to do work. I know they're going to.
Yeah.
But
Well, here's the bright side, Max. I went after not going for 18 years, and I was fine.
yeah, that's not going to be me.
I had like one or two fillings, and then I honestly think the reason that people hate dentists is because they go to dentist as a kid, and they don't have the like. I think as a kid, you just like the idea of like thinking a monster lives under your bed, right? You build up this whole fucking thing around a dentist that actually is not real. You can't even feel half the shit that's
I'm
happening.
aware.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I'm going now as an adult because just I know it's going to be like what it's annoying, like somebody saying in the chat. I'm not like going with a crippling fear.
Yeah.
Because now as an adult, my mindset for any of that medical stuff is just like, you got to do stuff. All right, numb it up, do what you got to do. Let's just get it done, and then I'll deal with whatever pain afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with pain and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, even going just to the doctor today, like I'm good with them sticking a needle in me. It's not fun. The thing I don't like about it the most is just like your arm feels all noodly and like weak afterwards. You know what I mean?
Your
They
arm.
usually, yeah, like they usually wrap the tape like too tight as well around like where they.
Why the fuck is a dentist messing with your arm? What are you talking about?
I just said going to the doctor today.
Oh, the doctor. Oh, I thought you were talking about the dentist.
Yeah, he takes some blood and he drips it on the thing. It's like
so
steaming,
confused.
and he's
I
chants
think
a
you
little
need a new
bit. We
dentist.
all do that, right?
I was so confused.
Lights are real dim.
I was too. You definitely need a new dentist.
Yeah. That was a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's like someone saying in chat. It's a one-stop shop. I just go in there. There's my medical doctor, and then he's like, "All right, let's move into the next room."
Yeah.
I'm a doctor and a dentist and a veterinarian.
Oh,
You want me to be
jeez.
your therapist too?
Yeah.
Tell me all your
I
problems.
wonder if that happens in small towns. Can you actually get multiple licenses like that? I don't know anything about like how
Can
medical licenses work, but I wonder if you could be a medically licensed doctor, dentist, therapist, and veterinarian. I wonder if that's
I mean,
possible.
Is it? Yeah, just be time, right? You just have to
think
get the
it's possible.
certifications for it.
Yeah.
Chat
just a
saying
lot
yes,
of-
you can. It's hard though. Sure, why not? Sounds in theory, if you go to school, sure. Huh? Takes ages.
Dang. Dude, that's kind of honestly, do you feel like it would pay back, right? If you could be a
Be
doc
everything.
for everything, like
Yeah.
whatever you need, just come to me and I'll help you out. Like,
I'm sure in like small towns that it probably is more
Yeah.
common than you would think, for sure. Yeah.
Mm.
So you said you don't like when they draw blood, Max? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and your arm just feels weird for a little while afterwards. Like, I don't know if everyone's really quiet, like they don't know what I'm talking about.
No, that's just your anxiety coming.
I feel great
We're listening.
after they did stick it with me.
We're just
Better,
listening.
actually.
Yeah. I've in at least the place where I go, they have like so like in one part of the building is like the general practitioner. It's where you like go and, talk to the doctor, whatever. And then if they need blood drawn, you go to another part of the same building, which all they do there, all the nurses do there is draw blood. And so they're like actually fucking professional when it comes to the act
Good
of
at it,
drawing
yeah.
blood. And that was the first time maybe not the first time that I've had like an actually good person that knows how to like, get right into the vein very quickly without having to like think about it and all that stuff. But yeah, now I used to have a fear of that, but now I have no fear whatsoever. Cause there's people that know what they're doing and have done that so many times can do it so fucking quick.
It's not like a fear, like people go in there and like have that crippling fear. It's just like, I don't like it, but
Yeah. It's not a fun thing, right? Like you don't go and get your blood drawn for fun, but the people that are
I'm
good
sure
at
there's
it,
some people that do.
maybe, I guess.
That's gotta be weird.
Some
You
people
pull
are
a
into
person
everything.
coming in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I used to give blood. I don't know if it was ever for fun. It's kind of for fun, like giving blood for things.
The endorphins
in
that
school.
release, of doing a good thing.
I don't know. Yeah, or it was just, I felt like that. I feel like it came because we had a blood drive in high school. So I was like, that's fun because you got out of school for that. You got to not go to class for an hour to go give blood at the blood drive. So then I just kept doing it.
Yeah, they probably gave you some
I don't do
orange
it all the
juice.
time.
What do you drink after you give blood? It's not orange juice. Something.
Yeah, if you need water, you have to
Whiskey.
drink a lot of water. Yeah, whiskey. In high school, they give shots of vodka.
You get a cookie. No, I thought they usually give you something. Juice and crackers.
Cookies,
Okay.
cookies and juice, something with sugar. If
Yeah.
you're
Pizza
feeling
Lunchables.
lightheaded afterwards.
Yeah, they would give you a Lunchable with a dessert in it though, because they're not heathens, Max.
How much blood are they allowed to draw? Like, what's the allowed amount, the most amount they can draw without it being dangerous?
That I don't know. I don't know what the max.
There's got to be somebody in chat that's like,
The max?
yeah,
I feel like
500 mil.
2
Yeah.
liters max.
That's a lot.
500 milliliter.
500 mil.
Ugh. Oh God.
I mean,
Sounds
your
terrible.
body produces like a lot of blood.
I know it does. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like it. I know there's people that would go. I had friends. That makes it sound like they're dead when you hear the rest of the story. Would go to get their blood drawn, and then they would go drink because it's easier.
Yeah.
to get really drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had them. I
2
don't anymore.
liters to
They're
pass
dead now.
out? Now I'm trying to think about how much blood would have to like. I don't like this mindset of trying to think about how much blood would have to be taken out of a person before they like passed out or
Yeah.
died. I hate it.
Blood's a weird thing.
All right, that's it, guys. Thanks.
Blood's a weird thing, man. Hey, you guys, you ever think about just blood? It's a weird thing.
What the fuck? I
That's
guess.
why you invite me on these shows.
I guess.
Yep.
These conversations. No other guest is going to talk about this shit.
Oh man. fun gimmick on the show if whatever the last thing said on the show, that's how the next show started out conversationally. And so,
Yeah, you should do that.
For the next show, we'll start off with, so Max was saying blood is weird at the end of the last.
Think about it.
What do you guys think about blood?
What's your take on it? Weird? Not? Is he a weirdo for thinking that?
I'm gonna chat. You're gonna have to keep me honest on that. You got to remind me the next time we do one of these. That's how we'll start the show
Blood is
out.
weird, man.
Blood's weird, man. Yeah, that sounds like either an exceptionally high person or someone weird like Max saying blood's weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's only two things there. Only two ways that
I'll
can
take
go.
that. That's fine.
Yeah. Let's do some shout outs and we'll wrap it up here. Max, you want to talk to us a little bit more about blood?
Sure. Do you even know your blood type? I don't know mine. I don't think.
I think I'm A. I think I'm pretty boring. I think it's A.
I think I'm a boring one too. But
I wish I had like a
speak-
super rare blood, but go ahead.
Speaking of boring, I stream on the internet and I do stuff. You guys mostly probably know who I am. I've been on this channel several times before in the past. This is nothing new. But for anybody that is interested, check it out. If you don't know who I am, check out my stuff. Watch me. I'm a variety streamer. Sometimes I'm funny. I don't know. Whatever.
Nice. Well done. Megan.
Nailed it.
Megan, do some shout outs.
Hi, my name is Megan. I play music on Twitch. I also have a podcast that I do usually on Thursdays, but we conveniently had today off. I'll be streaming music later tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. If you forget how to spell my last name, it's Genius. If you take the G off and replace it with an L. Come hang out with me.
There you go. I was going to ask at the start of the show, how do you say your name? Lenius?
Megan Lenius.
Lenius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Lenius. Okay.
I think that's what I've said every single time I've talked about you making the jingles for the show. I hope that's what I've said.
That's okay. I don't get offended by it.
Okay.
Really.
Megan.
If anything, I
Lenius.
just think it sounds funnier. I'm like, you just sound funny. You're pronouncing it.
Lenius, I guess, is the other way that people mispronounce
Lenius. Yeah, Lenius. What do I get? I get Lenius, Lenius sometimes. I don't know. It's always weird. I feel like people never get it right.
Have you? Yeah, someone in chat. Do you get Linus music tips a lot? Is that a common joke? Like Linus tech tips? You don't
No, I actually don't.
Wow. All right.
Surprisingly, I don't.
Good job, audience. Making new
Because
jokes.
different.
It makes sense.
Different group of people. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. We're going to call that a show. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll do another one of these soon, maybe. I don't know. Good luck at Halloween, especially in the Halloween capital of the world. Hopefully everything works out there. And, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.